deep fly ball, a drive to center field. That'll get over the head of Robinson and all the way to the fence.
Lorbeck drives the lane, puts it up, right-hand lane, gets it to fall. He'll go to line for one more.
Very nice take by Zach Lorbeck.
Trying to go around Engel. He stones him far side.
Point blank on Engel again, and he stops him.
Shotgun snap, Engel looking left, now looking right. Throw far side, throws a fade up for grabs. Hunter Beechler, far side pylon. He comes down with it. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
She'll line it ball into left field, and that'll go all the way to the fence. Coming in to score will be Hilbert.
Feed it in. Maddie Ray, right-hand lane and down.
Great steal by Ray. Jerks with a nice lob over the top.
Four skates to the near side circle, looking for some time. One-timer, Martin Suter. Knock off the water bottle. It's a one-timer and a goal, and the Pirates, they extend their lead.
He takes a swing at it. He'll send that one deep to right. And looks like that one's going to be a walk-off grand slam for Joe Byer.
And your state champions.
Your state champion.
Your Bayport Pirates.
Swinging a fly ball to center field.
It's over!
And that's it!
The Pirates win it!
Every trip, every time.
Good afternoon and welcome out to Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena in Middleton as we get set for the WIAA Girls Ice Hockey Championship, as it will be the 2-seed St. Croix Valley Fusion and the 1-seed the Bay Area Ice Bears. Great to have you along, Chris Learman, Michael Plummer from Middleton, as we get set for the Girls State Final, for the Ice Bears going back-to-back as the goal for St. Croix Valley. They look for what would be their 4th state championship in program history. They have not been to the state title game since they went a three-peat back in 2009, 10, and 11. Last time they were at the state tournament, 2024, where they fell in the first round or the semifinal to the Ice Bears. With the St. Croix Valley Fusion, the 2-seed, the Bay Area Ice Bears, the 1-seed. Great to have you along for what should be a very fun hockey game. These two teams obviously get here with semifinal wins on Thursday. First for the Ice Bears, they got the win over the Cap City Cougars by a final of 5-1 in that one. A couple of late tallies in the last minute kind of makes it a little more lopsided than it was. For the Fusion, they had themselves one heck of a game, Michael.
Yeah, they were down early, and then Chris, you have to remind me of the young lady's name, but one of the players from St. Croix decided she was going to take matters into her own hands and scored 4 straight goals in the second period. And then to cap it off, her sister scored the first one in the third period.
And the Volgren sisters, Jane Volgren, number 4, scored 4 consecutive herself. It was Superior, a 4-1 lead up till that point.
Yeah, Superior pretty much running, had control of the game, had control of the situation, and then they did his, I don't know if it was a lapse of defense or the St. Croix team just decided that it was time to put the Jets on, and they took it to them from that point on and put them away pretty quickly after that.
So the 4-1 deficit gets erased, 6 unanswered for the River Falls Co-op, including, I mentioned, those 4 in a row from Baldwin Woodville's Jane Volgren. Then Jenna Volgren added one, and the final goal was scored, an empty net goal at 14:15 in the third period from Morgan Kivel, and a final score in that contest of 7-4. So they both get to this point. The Ice Bears 25-2 on the season. St. Croix Valley Fusion 24-4. They met once in the regular season. That was a while ago. Back, in fact, prior to December, November the 29th, a 5-1 win by the Ice Bears.
Yeah, I think the Ice Bears kind of, at that point of the season, obviously still getting their feet underneath them. And, as with any team, you got to work out some of the kinks, but definitely put the beating on the St. Croix Fusion team, and they just, from that point on, they just kept rolling, and they've been pretty much the class of the state as far as women's hockey all season long. They've had two lapses during the season, but one of them was in Minnesota, where they were playing a team out of Minnesota. So then they dropped one, like a month and a half ago. But overall, the Ice Bears have been on a roll, and it's pretty tough to stop when you have the offensive player of the season and Faye Bronke up front, and you have two of the best defensemen in the state with Addison Dahl and Ava McDonald anchoring the blue line for them.
So it'll be interesting to see how this one shapes out. All state performers from both sides, whether it be the St. Croix Valley Fusion or the Bay Area Ice Bears, at the Wisconsin Hockey Coaches Association awards the other night and the WIS Prep Hockey Awards the other evening. These teams are littered with all-state performers, so we'll be able to get into that as the night moves along. Today's Bay Area Ice Bear broadcast from the state tournament, proudly supported by Nicolay National Bank, by Lemieux Toyota, Advanced Digital, and Doozy Sports Club, by Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town, Amplify Health by Bell and Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics, Town Light Public Grill, Budget Blinds of Howard and Crivets, Myron Construction Building Excellence, Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, Mako's Floor Covering Center, Greg Young Automotive of Abrams, Gallagher's Pizza by AD Images, Kim's Ace Hardware, Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, the Ashley Kasner Real Estate Team at Keller Williams, Core Insurance Broker Justin Spettel, and by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Great to have you with us here on a afternoon championship Saturday for the Fusion and the Ice Bears, the top two teams in the state. The Fusion have been in those top 6 rankings throughout the season. The Ice Bears have gone pole to pole, with the top spot coming obviously off of a state championship a year ago. This is two teams that have represented their areas quite frequently. We obviously mentioned the Ice Bears, broadcasting for them again, and they're trying to go for their 3rd state championship in 4 years. This is their 4th straight year that they're to the state tournament. St. Croix Valley Fusion here again back in 2024. Before that, they haven't been here since 2014. However, champions of the Big Rivers Conference this year for the 7th consecutive year.
Yeah, they've done real well in their side of the state. Them being over near River Falls and actually being a co-op out of River Falls with Baldwin Woodville, St. Croix Central, and I want to make sure I got everybody. I think that was it. But absolutely, they pretty much run the show over on the west side of the state. They've done well this season. The Ice Bears, they coast up and down the east side of the state and take on all comers, and for both of them have been very successful seasons this year.
Yeah, I think we'll see a much different game than what we had in the state semifinal for the Ice Bears, at least. They were able to skate around Cap City pretty well all the way through, whereas this one, St. Croix Valley Fusion is going to skate very well. They are under the direction of head coach Matt Cranston. Now, me being a University of Wisconsin River Falls alum myself, Matt Cranston graduated from River Falls in 1985. His brother's name is Joe Cranston. He is the head coach of the 2-time reigning national champion UW River Falls women's hockey team. The last time I called a St. Croix Valley Fusion game was when I was in college, and one of the forwards was during their three-peat, Alice Cranston, his daughter. The last time I called a UW River Falls hockey game would have been at Plattsburgh State in the women's Frozen Four. I flew out with the women's hockey team spring or winter of 2014, and one of the forwards on that team had an assist in the 3rd place game against St. Thomas. That was Alice Cranston.
Are you done bragging about River Falls now? You got that out of here?
Outside of the Badgers obviously being absolutely fantastic, River Falls is
That's not a bad
hockey
program.
capital, baby.
Yeah. Well, now they're football capital this year,
Well, yeah, Coach Walker.
He bailed.
Well, love Coach Walker. I was the play-by-play when they went 0-10.
Not sure that's a claim to fame I'd hang on to. Well, your referee's taking the ice tonight, and so do the Fusions.
Tonight's officials are registered by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association. Their experience and integrity qualify them to enforce the rules of the game. are looking to stay in the game without officials, we do not have games. Become an official today. Reach out to your athletic director or to the WIAA.org. Tonight's officials from Green Bay, Kevin Smith. Congratulations on a state tournament. From Mondovi, Dave Bestuel. And the other official from Madison, Patrick McCoffey. Congratulations to those three on their seasons and making it here to the WIAA state tournament and working a state championship game.
Definitely kudos to those gentlemen. A lot of effort, a lot of years of hard work put in, and to make it to this level is kind of the pinnacle of an official's career.
Did you ever work with Kevin Smith?
No, I did not. Kevin, I believe, was started shortly after I retired.
Michael Plummer, a longtime official in hockey across the state. So we get set for these two teams and see if we have the starters for these two teams to bring to you.
Well, they're going to announce all the kids, starting with St. Croix as the visiting team. A little bit of a smaller barn than what we were in earlier today.
Yeah, come over from lacrosse for the team state wrestling tournament.
Excellent job by the lacrosse center and everybody involved with that and running the team state up there. It was quite a thing to see.
Yeah, an absolutely marvelous change of venue there. And reading the articles, well, we had Dan Bauer on with us at First Intermission on Thursday's game from Wisconsin Prep Hockey, and one of the people who knows girls hockey in the state as much as anybody. And one of the discussions, then you read the Wis Prep Hockey article, one of the big discussions is, and there's favor towards it from the Coaches Association, will we flip from same venue to different venues, from the girls tournament to the boys tournament? And the boys coaches would like it because they may get us back to 8 Division I boys teams. The girls may like that because the venue isn't selling out, and possibly move it somewhere else and try to showcase what some of these incredible skaters can do.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that, the championship game for the girls and you can't get a sellout. They work just as hard as the boys, and quite honestly, in some cases, these games are a heck of a lot better than some of the boys' games that you'll see across the state during the season.
So we'll listen into the national anthem as we get set for puck drop here from Middleton.
Remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem.
Girls Championship Hockey here on a Saturday afternoon. Great to have you with us, Chris and Michael from Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena in Middleton. As always, if you want to get in touch with us, feel free to send us a note at Voice of BP if you are following along on Twitter. Are we live on Facebook Live? Yes, we are live on Facebook Live.
You're asking the wrong person.
I just got
I hope
to
that
make
was a-
sure that we are.
I hope that was a rhetorical question.
If you want to comment on the Facebook stream, you are free to do so. We'll try to get to that as we go along if you are following along with us. Whether you are a River Falls Co-op fan, a De Pere Co-op fan, the Fusion or the Ice Bears, or just a hockey fan in general, we'd love to have you. So the River Falls Co-op, as Michael mentioned, is a co-op between River Falls, St. Croix Central, and Baldwin Woodville. As for the Bay Area Ice Bears, a few more schools representing the entire Green Bay area, and they are the likes of Notre Dame Academy, De Pere, Bayport, West De Pere, Ashwaubenon, and Green Bay Preble, as well as Pulaski.
Yeah, it's a good contingent of girls from the area. And the best thing about it is that they all get along so well together. You know, they don't go to school together during the day, but it's pretty hard to tell the way that they all get along and work together as well as they do. Ice Bears being introduced now as a team. A lot of proud parents in the stands tonight, Chris.
Absolutely.
Quite an achievement to be able to watch your kid play at the state level. And you know, for some of these girls that we've talked about quite a bit the last few weeks is when you get to the playoffs, it's a win or go home. And we do have a handful of seniors that this will be their last high school game ever. And for some of them, their last game ever. So you always want to go out on top. You want to go out with a good effort, a good taste in your mouth. And I think the Ice Bears are more than willing and ready to go to do that.
Head coach for St. Croix Valley Fusion, Matt Cranston, assisted by Jordan O'Hare. Assistant Coach of the Year from the Hockey Coaches Association, Joe Zevenbergen. Also assisted by Zach Brasina and TJ Klund. The Ice Bears, under the direction of second-year head coach Mike Buckin, assisted by Shane Dixon, Jenna Christofferson, Scott Jewett, and Tiana Stint. We get set to drop the puck as the teams head to the bench for one final instruction. It'll be the black sweaters, black breezers with the red and gold as well as navy accents for Fusion. It says Fusion diagonally across the chest. And the home whites for the Ice Bears. White sweaters with the turquoise breezers, black numbers, turquoise accents. As we play for a state championship here in girls hockey from Middleton.
I always enjoy some of the pregame things that they do before the first drop the puck. And the Ice Bears, everybody around in the front of the cage, smothering the goalkeeper, with the exception of three young ladies who jump up on the back of the net and hang over the front and get ready to go for tonight or this afternoon's game.
To the right goes the netminder Reese Spearing. To the left goes Caitlin Gustafson for St. Croix Valley. The goaltenders get in place. To take the draw at center, it will be Morgan Kivel and Aisling Buckin. And the drop of the puck, we are underway. Great to have you with us here in the girls state final as the puck through the neutral ice area, trying to be retained by Brunke. Fusion will send one from center ice all the way down in, and Spearing's going to block it, cover it up. We'll have a stoppage 14 seconds gone by and a face-off to the left of the Ice Bear goalie.
Reese did a nice job getting that stick down and making sure it was on the ice so nothing slid underneath it. And made the stop and took the face-off.
I imagine as the Ice Bears were not set yet, looking to get in place. That's good for Reese to see one right away, right? Just kind of get into the game, even if it's a roller from 80 feet away.
Yep, get the jitters out. It's like anybody, you got pregame jitters, and you get that first shot on goal, even if it's an easy one. You know that you're ready to go and you're focused.
Face off to left to Spearing. Draw one by the Fusion. They try to put on pressure with Eleanor Adams on the near side half board. Sends one around to the far side. Edison Dahl trying to chip it out for the Ice Bears. Puck will be thrown in on net, and Spearing will cover up a little roller in on her again just 23 seconds later. 16-21. 39 seconds have elapsed. As well as another face-off this time to the blocker side of Reese Spearing.
Both teams run out some fresh legs. Again, everybody's getting the pregame jitters out. They haven't really gotten to a flow yet. It's been pretty start-stop right now, but I think you're going to see it get going right now.
Draw win for the Ice Bears. They'll play to the left side. Lily Lyons gets a stretch pass from Faye Brunke, and she'll play one down. Looking for a pass from Brunke from behind net, and it misses wide. Buchan tried to catch it to Faye. She went right, pass went left. Back out to the neutral ice area. Buchan trying to bring it in the zone. Brunke gets taken down up against the glass. Set neutral ice area. Puck chipped away by Ava McDonald. And the Fusion will send it back down to the right side. 1 minute and 10 seconds gone by. Great to have you with us. Stretch pass coming up from Maya Shepard, looking all the way up for Lily Lyons. Lyons will touch one down to the Fusion end and then go off for a line change. Puck through the neutral ice now. Bouncing off of the forehand of Jewett. Puck picked up for Piper Losey. Losey, as we are nearing where Losey scored. The freshman Piper Losey from Bayport High School scored the game's first goal under 2 minutes into the first period in the state semifinal. Jordan Clark wheeling through. She'll throw one in. She gets taken down, and it rolls in on net. Gustafson will make a save with the puck just left of the wide post, but the junior won't take any chances, and she'll freeze the puck face-off coming to her left.
Nice job there. She had a nice little toe drag, brought the puck from the left to the right, and got it on her forehand and had a chance to get a shot off. She was battling through an awful lot of girls from St. Croix.
Gustafson to see the draw to her left. Draw one by the Fusion as they try to gain possession and chip it up out of ice. Off the glass, chipped up by Jane Volgren. And all back to the blue line. And Assendahl will play one back up, looking for Von Hayden. Throws in a wrister near side. Wrister comes off of Memkin, and she misses to the near side corner. Good look for the freshman of the Ice Bears as the puck continues to the near side corner. Fusion tried to send it up ice, but can't get it out. Kept on the half boards by Dahl. Now the Fusion will get tripped up as Dahl gets in front of Lacey Knowles, and the senior forward gets taken down. The officials to make a call. Just 2:14 gone by. Plum, when these teams played back November the 29th, the Ice Bears took 8 penalties. Now they killed off all 8, but they took 8 penalties, and they're going to go a gale down just 2:14 in.
Yeah, Edison got called for hooking there. I think it was one of those opportunities I've talked about all year. Is they had their choice of penalties. She could have got tripped, could have got a hook, could have got a little body there, but nonetheless, the Ice Bears are on the shorthand here, and they got to kill off a penalty.
So the Fusion will go a skater up here in the early going. Face off to the left of the goaltender. Adams will throw one in. Spearing on a backdoor pass on the far side post, and Spearing intercepts the pass. It was looking for the forehand of Jenna Volgren on the far side pipe, but Spearing didn't allow the pass to go through, and Reese is able to make the save. A face off to her right again. Just 11 seconds gone by off the power play.
Did a real nice job of positioning on that one and get in front of the pass.
Jane Volgren, again, 4 consecutive goals in the state semifinal. Puck comes through, right off the near side post. Puck reaches out of net. Puck comes, and it goes off the pipe and out. A golden opportunity on a rebound backside, and Lily Lyons is able to send it the length of the ice to try to kill things off more. 30 seconds, a quarter of the way through the penalty kill for the Ice Bears. Fusion bring it back in near side with Morgan Kivel. Kivel, the senior, as a Fusion player goes through. Boy, lots of physical play from both of these teams so far, as the Ice Bears able to ring one around the entire ring. 3 minutes have elapsed, almost halfway through the 2-minute minor for hooking, called on Addison Dahl.
A lot of people trying to be in the same spot at the same time.
Fusion try to break out of their own end, and Faye Brunke has other ideas as she continues on to harass on the forecheck. Fusion from behind their own net. Clock moving here, 50 seconds left for St. Croix Valley. They'll play it up. The River Falls Co-op play one off the skate of a defenseman, and then played to the blue line where it'll be controlled from Elizabeth Zunker, and the sophomore defenseman will send one all the way back. So good job of the last 30 seconds for the Ice Bears to keep one away from their own defensive end. Stretch pass off the boards. Lily Lyons trying to swat at it. Fusion take a puck, but it's turned over to Buchan. Retreat back to Ava McDonald, and McDonald looking for Lily Lyons. 18 seconds yet. 13:04 to play here in the opening period of action. Scoreless hockey game here in the state finals. Lily Lyons turns around, and there's a skater in her way. Runs right over Kendra Harmon. And puck finally brought into the zone near side with Sophia DeLong. DeLong gets pushed off the puck. Loses her edge. She goes down, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Successful kill of the Fusion skater advantage. Puck will be angled into the zone by Ralston. Ralston for the Fusion. She'll try to dig it out. Player off of her right hip pushes it up against the glass. Ice Bears will gain possession. Shepard looking for a stretch pass up to Faye Brunke just behind her. It goes off of the paddle of her stick. Fusion send it up ice, trying to stretch pass back, and it goes a little too far off target, and we will have an icing. 12 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the opening period. We have no score.
Now the Ice Bears just missing on a couple of stretch passes where the defense person is trying to get it across two zones to a streaking wing on the far side, and he just missed it twice now.
Jordan Clark gets tied up with Lily Middle, the junior forward on the draw to the left of Gustafson. Bouncing puck played forward, and Addison Dahl just races all the way back and able to get in the way of the pass. And she'll take it for the Ice Bears.
That was an excellent job of back checking by Addison, getting back in the passing lane and picking up the puck and taking off with it.
Addison Dahl, 4 years of high school at Notre Dame Academy, 4 years at the state tournament playing girls ice hockey. Looking to win her third state title as Jordan Clark fends one away in the far side half boards. As we continue on here in the opening period. We've played 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Puck on the faceoff dot near side, rolls in on Spearing, taking no chances. She had the near side post covered the entire way, but a backhand roller that would have missed wide. Reese doesn't take a chance, and she'll stop the clock at 11:34 in the first.
Ice Bears are struggling to get a flow right now, Chris. They're just missing on their passes a little bit. I think pregame jitters, they're starting to settle in now a little bit, but right now the Fusion has definitely been taking the pressure to them.
Whether you're looking to capture a moment or a milestone, AD Images will be there to capture those memories. Specializing in sports, seniors, family, maternity, pets, and business photography. AD-images.com, where you can find all the session options and pricing. Now booking today. Thank you, Hard Swamico, for your business and support. 11:34 to play here in the opening period of action. Draw to left of Reese Spearing. Ice Bears win it initially, but then turn it over to Jenna Volgren, just a freshman. Jenna and Jane, the sisters of Baldwin Woodville. Puck played up for the Ice Bears, but not out of the zone. Kept in by Jane. And taken back then for Lily Lyons. Lyons trying to give to Brunke and then fetch it back down through the neutral ice area. Fusion come away with it. And Ava McDonald will take it, flip it up, deflect it out of play. And we have a state puck into the fans. And it's a souvenir for some of the faithful just below Michael. Almost 6 minutes in.
It was a little close. I haven't had a puck that close to me in a lot of years.
Did you like it closer to you as the goalie or as the official?
When I was a goalie, I had a lot more equipment on. It was a lot better then.
After the puck goes out from Ava McDonald's flip, leaves a defensive zone face-off for the Ice Bears that they will win. Try to gain possession of the far side corner. And we're going to have a penalty called, a cross-check. And it's going to be another Ice Bear to the box. 25, Hannah Von Hayden will go a 2-minute minor. So at 6:05 of the first period, it'll be the second crack at a 5-on-4 for St. Croix Valley Fusion.
Yeah, that's not how you want to start out the first period. Again, it's a lot better to be at least at equal strength, obviously, and the Ice Bears are making it a little harder on themselves than they need to.
Another tie-up in the face-up draw. Lily Lyons lays out, try to pass it away. No, shot comes in. Tight
Nice
angle
job.
and a save by Reese Spearing. The puck got poked. Lily Lyons went down to try to block the pass and chip it out of the zone. Instead, it went to Jane Volgren. 25 goals on the year for Jane, and she sent one right to the chest of Spearing, and she makes the save.
Reese did a real nice job. She came out, cut the angle down. She's playing out on the top of the crease. versus being sucked back into the goal and giving up more room.
Volgren gets tied up, and Lily Lyons, a backhand, pushes it out of the zone, and now a 2-on-2 left side. Slides it across, Bucket near side, just the goaltender to beat. Roofs one over the top of the crossbar near side. Bucket nearly had a shorty, but just couldn't keep it below the post and the crossbar that sits 4 feet off the top of the ice.
And she was at about 5'6" on that shot. She had the angle, she had everything lined up. She just pulled it a little high.
So we skate on, 45 seconds elapsed off the Fusion's second look at a 5-on-4. Through the neutral ice on the forehand of Eleanor Adams. Adams loses it to a teammate. Flips one to Morgan Kivel. Kivel, second team all-state player. Drops it off to the point to Volgren. Jane's got it on the wing. Skates to the half-boards. Backdoor pass near side. Oh, almost tape to tape. Back to Kivel. Find Volgren. Volgren has it chipped away off of her forehand by Ronick. The senior gets a deflection on the penalty kill. On the half-boards, Ronick trying to get it out. She cannot. Top of the face-off dot. Volgren throws one in. Rebound given up by Spearing. Back to the forehand. Wrister edge. Spearing makes the save and freezes the puck. Oakley Holdorf. The puck came right out to her between the rings, and Spearing makes the save, and we remain scoreless with 36 seconds yet. The Fusion will be on the 5-on-4. Still 9:31 to play in the first period.
Reese gave up a big rebound and kicked it straight out into the center, but she did a nice job of following the shot, got out, cut the angle down, and didn't give him a whole lot of room to shoot at.
Spearing, outstanding start for Reese, the junior from Bay Area. West De Pere skater, plays multiple sports. I believe she's a lacrosse player as well. Face off to her left, draw one by the Ice Bears, trying to chip it out, and slapped at one hand by Lily Lyons. She'll slide it to Buchan, just a defenseman in front of her. And Aisling will pick her up on the half-board. Looking back for Lily. And he'll take him by the Fusion, and now they have a chance at numbers to the right side. Volgren plays one near side. Shepard trying to chip it out. Kept in the zone by Jane Volgren. Lily Lyons to her forehand. Flips one to the neutral ice area. 2 seconds left before we go back to 5-on-5. We have played 8 minutes even, and we are scoreless. Shot in on Spearing near side, and she'll waste no opportunity to field it. Wrister roll in by Harmon. And Spear will make a save again to her left. So 8:12 have gone by, and we have no score, but the Fusion have put on a flurry of shots on the Bay Area Ice Bear goalie.
Nice job of the Ice Bears to kill off another penalty. They've actually had more offense when they're shorthanded than they have when they're skating 5-on-5.
Yeah, that's true. Face off to left of Spearing. Draw tied up between the two teams. Ava McDonald comes away with it. McDonald on her backhand. She'll stop in behind her own goalie. Looking to pass one off the board. She gets it to Abby Momarts. Momarts trying to flip one up ice, but held in deeper by Volgren. Finally, Momarts is able to flip one down. Angles it down the ice. Goes a little too far, but icing's going to be waved off anyways as Munson fields it, the St. Croix Central product. Plays one up the right side. Had a steam for Munson. She'll throw in a wrister, and it goes off of the defenseman Addison Dahl's feet into the corner. Picked up by Dahl now behind her own net. Dahl playing it up, stretch pass up for Memkin. Lillian will throw one off the back glass, or Eliana, and she'll give charge. Held in the zone by Clark, and the Fusion trying to get it out, right side. Slapper by Zunker. That goes off the heel of the stick, kept in by Clark on the half boards. Chance for the Ice Bears. Clark throws in a wrister, bounces
Deflected.
around. Rebound kicked out by Gustafson. The goalie shuts down the first one. Puck into the far side corner. Clark again with a tough wrister. Gustafson with the rebound give up, but she stops the shot. It skies into the rafters. Comes back down to the ice to the near side corner. Ice Bears trying to gain possession in the Fusion zone on the half boards near side. Lost out to Engels, and she can't hold the blue line, so Ava McDonald's got it back in the neutral ice area. McDonald weaving around. Wrister comes in. Arm is up for a penalty. Fusion are going to touch up, and it'll be the Ice Bears to go 5-on-4 for the first time tonight.
Got a slash called on the Fusion team as Ava McDonald was screaming right down the slot, going to get ready to get a shot off.
Boy, Ava McDonald just shot out of a cannon to split two defensemen and bring it into the zone. That's where the slash came from, as a stoppage comes at 9 minutes and 51 seconds, a 2-minute minor call, as we remind you Hello, March. Longer days, melting snow, and the season of projects is officially on. Stopping at Kemp's Ace Hardware, our March red-hot buys are here and they're loaded. Lawn care, grills, power tools, paint, birdseed, cleaning supplies, and more. Stock up the fertilizer, upgrade your grill game, refresh your tools, start that paint project. Earn bonus rewards while you're at it. Ace Rewards members. Don't miss those bonus rewards and instant savings. Stop in, stock up, and let's make this yard and house the best on the block. Shop all 3 Kemp's locations, Howard, Schwabenton, and Wrightstown. Kemp's Ace Hardware.
Kemp's family's long time from supporters of hockey in the Green Bay area. Craig, a former player, his son Wes played, Craig's brother played. So they've been around and involved in the hockey programs for a long time.
5-on-4 for the Ice Bears. They'll have it at the neutral ice area. Under 7 minutes to play here in the opening period. McDonald brings it to the zone, skates to the near side half boards, drops it off to Addison Dahl at the wing. Across the blue line pass, gets it to Brunke. Face skates it down the half boards, throws in a tight angle, and she will throw it right to the gut of Caitlin Gustafson. Gustafson, a finalist for the Jesse Vetter Award, handed out by Wisconsin Prep Hockey for the best female goaltender in the state, and she'll make the save and have a stoppage at 6:42 to play here in the first. Face off to left again of Gustafson. Draw one by the Ice Bears. They send it back to the wing to Dahl. She skates to the point now on her forehand. Plays to the Faye Brunke. Again, same spot. This time tries to throw one across for a pass to McDonald. Misses wide. Off the boards, retain possession for the Ice Bears. On the power play for another minute and 17 seconds. Dahl with traffic in front. She'll cycle around, skate on the wing now. Pass to Brunke, back to Dahl at the point. Addison, Faye, right side face up top, throws one through. Off a defenseman's stick, and it goes to McDonald in the half boards. Back to left side wing. Addison throws in four. Kicked off a defenseman. It's a power play goal. Addison Dahl gets it from McDonald, and the Ice Bears, they strike first with the gal advantage.
I sat and watched Addison, and we had the perfect line on it, Chris, where she came rotating over, and the first time she did it, I'm like, you got to shoot, you got it. And second time she came through and she let one fly and she beat the goalkeeper low on the stick side, put it right between the leg pad and the corner of the post. She had about 3 inches in there, and she used all 3 inches to put the puck in the net.
There was a defenseman sort of blocking Gustafson on the play, but Addison Dahl able to tuck one in the post at the 10-minute and 50-second mark. A power play goal, and the Ice Bears lead the state finals by a score of 1-0.
Kudos to Addison's teammates, because they did an excellent job of putting a screen in the front. I know Buchan was one of them in their screening.
Jane Volgren winds up a slap shot. Boy, a missile blocked by Spear, and it comes to the near side corner. Or Maya Shepard trying to field at it. Volgren is the one who took the slashing penalty, so maybe a little more motivation for her as a power play goal just given up by the River Falls squad.
Yeah, that was a heck of a shot. The Ice Bears were very fortunate that deflected off the blocker and in the post.
Volgren sends one down. Ice Bears field it. They'll send one the entire length of the ice, and it's on target, so we'll get play continuing. 11:40 gone by here in the first period, and it's an Ice Bears 1-0 lead. Dahl from her own end wants a stretch pass. Jordan Clark gets it instead. Nice little tap to a teammate. Gets it to Malin Jewett. The sophomore forward brings it in. Arm is up for a penalty as Jewett got her skates taken out from below her. 12-on-12 crime. Morgan Kivel takes out Malin Jewett. And back to the power play go the Ice Bears at 5:08 to play in the opening period.
She just got a minor penalty for checking, Chris. In the girls' game, you cannot check. You can rub, you can bump, but you cannot flat out check them. And she laid out Malin Jewett with pretty nastily, I have to say.
So Jewett will go to the bench on the line change as the Ice Bears have a draw to the left of Gustafson, and they lose the zone themselves. Then brought back in by Faye Brunke. Gets it to Dahl at the point. Addison's going to wind one up again.
She did it again!
Addison Dahl, this time from the point, a power play goal. Just 14 seconds elapsed, and it is 2-0 Ice Bears.
So Addison just did the same thing. This time she called a bank shot, bounced it off our left, the goalkeeper's right post, and banked it into the back of the goal. Beautiful shot from the point, kept it low, used the screens in front of the goalkeeper, and put it home.
Dahl's got two, both on the power play, and we've only played 12:06 of the first. Ryan and Brian heading back from Team State Wrestling, listening in the drive the rest of the way home.
Hopefully they have safe travels. That is a long trip across the state. Done it a number of times going to Winona State.
Not a fun one either.
Oh, it stinks. Or going to lacrosse.
That's about the only bad part about the lacrosse center being the host of Team State. The drive's just not fun from Green Bay.
No.
Fusion from their own end. Under 4.5 minutes to play here in the opening period. Stretch pass for the Fusion, looking to get it up to Jane Volgren. Zunker just standing there, and Volgren runs right back into her. Puck chipped up into the air, trying to play it into the zone is DeLong, and she misses the near side post as she chips one looking on net. And the Ice Bears will race out to with Abby Momartz.
Abby's doing a nice job. Takes the puck in deep, allows the Ice Bears to get a line change and get some different kids out on the ice, get a fresh legs on the ice.
Boy, I thought in the 6 games that we've covered for the Ice Bears this year, trying to wrap one around was Van Hayden. And Hannah's got on the half boards now, gets it back, throws one in front. Gustafson can't find it. It skitters to behind the net and to be played by the Fusion there. I thought that the Ice Bears, by far the most physical team that we've seen in every matchup that they've had. It's Gustafson kick out the left leg and makes a save, kicks out to the near side half board. The Fusion are far more physical today, including the couple of penalties that we've seen called. Both sides have gotten them, but the Fusion have gotten the checking ones.
Yeah, the Fusion are not afraid to throw their body into it.
Jordan Clark to the wing. Addison Dahl, she's been dangerous there. Fakes the shot, passes back to Clark, gets one into the point. Finding Zunker, she'll throw one wide as she gets a body check off the back side of the cage. It bounces off the goal and flipped out to the neutral ice area. Ava McDonald will pick it up for the Ice Bears. Ava to the zone, fakes a pass. Now she'll bring it in, middle blue line. 2:55 to play here in the opening period. It's a 2-0 lead for the Ice Bears, a couple of power play goals just a few moments ago. Fusion finally gained control, send it all the way back to the Ice Bear blue line. And Zunker will play a stretch pass looking for Lily Lyons. Buckin near side to Brunke. Bringing the zone. Brunke right into the shins of a defenseman. Faye powers through a takedown. Back on her forehand to the backhand. Far side corner, losing it. Trying to chip it forward again. Down goes Lily Lyons as she gets hit on the play. Very physical play up against the Dashers. As Gustafson looks over her left shoulder, now her right shoulder. The goalie watching on. Fusion gained possession. Kivel gets it through the neutral ice area. Kivel trying to play it to a teammate, but only as far as Brunke. And Brunke's going to take it up the left side boards now as she takes it to the neutral ice. Bringing it forward, puck chipped off of her stick, and it will go off of a defenseman from Jenna Volgren and into the seats. And it's another souvenir for the fans with 2:02 to play in the first period.
And the official called offsides as they were bringing the puck in, so faceoff should be right at the neutral zone in front of the St. Croix bench. Another TV timeout. So,
allow us to remind you that Lemieux has finance rates, has the rebates, has the lease rates, and no down payment option on all leases on every new 2026 in stock. Tundras to Corollas, 4Runners, Prius, Tacomas, Camrys. They make it easy for you, Lemieux, 1 mile north of 41 on Oneida Street in Green Bay, Lemieux Toyota. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first period. The Ice Bears have a 2-0 lead. They killed off 2 penalties successfully, 2 for 2 on the PK, and then they came back and they scored twice on the power play themselves. And now we're going to have a stoppage of play through the neutral ice.
I think they're both going to go, Chris.
Yep.
Ava McDonald stood up. Player from the Fusion. I didn't catch her number.
Jane Volgren, I believe, with a 4, right? Yep, she has by far been the most physical. Well, she had 4. You saw the slap shot she had earlier, Plum.
Yeah.
That might have been the single hardest slap shot I've seen from high school girls hockey for certain, and right up there what I've seen doing River Falls hockey for the university. But she's also hitting as hard as I've ever seen for the girls' game.
Yeah, and so Ava stood her up, and she wasn't a big fan of getting stood up, so she kind of gave Ava a little shove back. So the official said, you know what, we're going to stop it right now. Put them both in the box, and it doesn't affect the on ice. They'll be skating 5-on-5.
So at 15:23 the first period. Penalty for roughing both teams. Holgren and McDonald.
I believe that's the referee probably sending a message to the kids that,
hey, let's clean it up.
Enough of the nonsense. Let's play some good hockey and cut it out.
Maya Shepard from the Madison Capitals logo at center ice. She'll throw it on Gustafson, and then the Fusion trying to dig it out of the corner. 1:02, clock moving here in the first period. We've almost played one. Ice Bears lead is 2. Fusion from their own end trying to play it up ice.
Well, I have to tell you what Mike Frieder would say. 2-goal leads, worst lead in hockey.
Well, Faye Brunke's trying to change that. Dangle
Faye
around,
just did.
5-hole.
He made it 3.
Faye Brunke steals an outlet pass and then dangles around. Backhand 5-hole on Gustafson. This one's even strength, and this one makes it 3-0.
Faye just showed why she is the state offensive player of the year. She picked up intercepted the pass and looked like she was going to go around the back of the net and then changed direction, came back out and backhanded it right between the goalkeeper's legs, giving them a 3-0 lead.
Brunke to make it 3 with just 43.6 left in the first. Well, sometimes just to watch Faye Brunke skate.
It's fun.
We always joke about, obviously, have done 12 years, 11 years, and then the Bay Area Storm. But Bayport and, are the brothers better than the sisters? No offense to Noah Brunke, but Faye is as elite of a girl hockey player that we have covered.
We were talking about the trip back from La Crosse back to Middleton, and I still firmly believe Faye Brunke could play on most of the boys' high school teams in the state without a problem and be competitive and hold her own.
Dahl skates to the far side corner with just under 10 seconds of play in the first. Looking for Lily Lyons. Buchan trying to fetch it out of the half boards. Puck chipped up to the neutral ice area by the Fusion. Dahl continue to skate backwards and let the clock run. A 3-spot in the first for the Ice Bears, and they take a commanding lead into the first intermission.
That was a well-played second half of the first period, Chris. Reese Spearing kept them in the game in the beginning until the jitters got worked out, and then her teammates took over, and Addison Dahl put on a clinic from the blue line and showed how to get a couple of snipes from out there. Faye Brunke picks up a loose puck and takes and puts that home and gives the Ice Bears a 3-goal lead.
Cornerstone would like to wish the Ice Bears and the best of luck bringing home gold to Green Bay. We're all rooting for our teams. If you're a young player looking for a gold medal, get them started with some of the great programs here at Cornerstone over the summer. We've got a full lineup of camps, clinics, and starter programs for all ages, including adults. Are you new to the area or need to find a league? Contact us from our webpage at cornerstoneiCenter.org to get started today. Roll Bears. One period in the books, and it was a good one for Bay Area. 3-0 on the scoreboard. We'll step aside, take a break as we get set for the first intermission. You listen to Bay Area Ice Bear Hockey from the WIAA State Tournament.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $20 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicoletbank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Mako's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Whether you need stunning senior photos, dynamic team media days, impactful corporate portraits, or family photos to last a lifetime, AD Images expertise will bring your vision to life. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose AD Images and let your photos truly make a statement. Contact AD Images to book now, and let's make some memories to last a lifetime.
My orthopedic surgeon, my physical therapists, all of those people working together in concert.
To understand who you are inside and outside of your injury or symptom as a whole. I don't see how you can do orthopedic care without empathy.
I want them to know that whatever activity that I'm doing is really important to me.
The goal of orthopedic care is to help me get back to where I was and beyond.
We treat the whole person, not just what hurts. Sports medicine and orthopedics at Amplify Health by Bellin. A little empathy changes everything.
Spring into action at Kemp's Ace Hardware, your local stop for garden gear and greenhouse goodness. From lush plants and lawn mowers to rakes and shovels, we've got everything you need to get your yard blooming. Need extra muscle? Rent the tools you need from our Howard or Wrightstown locations. Our friendly staff is here to help you grow something great this season. Visit us in Howard, Wrightstown, and Ashwaubenon. Kemp's Ace Hardware, your neighborhood hardware store. See you soon.
Hungry? Check out this deal on the best pizza in Wisconsin.
I love this pizza.
And you'll love getting $5 off any Gallagher's Pizza order of 30 or more. And it's all you can eat at our lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations.
I'm a people person.
I'm a movie buff.
I'm a data wizard.
It's time to thrive in a career you love and soar higher with NWTC, where you can excel in a flexible, career-focused program that fits you, what you enjoy doing, and how you want to learn. Whether that's in person or online, it all starts at NWTC. Soar higher with us.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
First intermission from Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena in Middleton. 3-0 your score as the Ice Bears get 3 goals. First 2 from Addison Dahl, each of them on the power play. And then Faye Brunke makes it 3-0 after a turnover. And she scores that just 43 seconds left in the first period. Make it 3-0. But a deficit that St. Croix Valley Fusion faced in their state semifinal, so a lot to go yet. We are joined here at the intermission by Scott Fency, the Green Bay Press-Gazette sports reporter, as you're covering state girls hockey.
I am, and I want to start off by apologizing to Faye Brunke's loved ones. I had a goal of trying to get on video every single goal in the first period. And so I got the first 2, and she just snuck up on me. It was too quick, and but it does still count. So, and I'm sure you guys, when they got up 2-0, because I was just talking to Michael Plummer yesterday, and he was saying that 2-goal lead is the most dangerous in hockey, and I've always been taught that with soccer as well. And so they had a choice, and I always say this, they had a choice when they got up 2-1. They could score that 3rd goal and go up 3-0, or they could give up 1 so that they're only up by a goal. And they chose to go up 3-0. And Christopher, I can say this because even if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. I mean, this game's over, buddy.
Well, there's 2 periods there.
Yeah,
we're only at the first intermission.
But this game, for all intents and purposes, I don't see your Ice Bears giving up 4 goals. And how cool is it? Whether it's an area team, whether it's out of area, I grew up as a kid watching the Michael Jordan Bulls. It's really fun to watch a dominating team.
Yeah,
just completely dominant. And they go out there and they just crush people.
Because realistically, you looked at last year, and the Ice Bears were very dominant and set some records in the state championship game against Central Wisconsin Storm. But a team that obviously they came in as a favorite, looking to repeat. You have some absolute stars on the team. Well, look at all 3 goals coming from some of those stars, and Dahl, and Brunke in the 3 goals in the first period. But there's been a little hiccup going into the postseason, and there was some questions like, what's their weakness? Do they have a weakness? Well, the weakness that they had, first of all, was when they fell to the Eau Claire Stars that they had 51 shots on goal, and they ran into a hot goaltender. Because in hockey, that's something that can always happen.
Correct. Yep. And I know Bucky earlier in the year was like, the only thing that was bad about that is that they would have liked to have played them again to kind of get that win. Because they do that well. When they lose to a team, sometimes they're able to get some revenge. But I think as long as they win a championship, I think it's all going to be good for them. And, I think there's some pressure. I just talked about how dominant they are and how everybody's expecting them to win. And then to actually go out there and do that with all that extra pressure is always impressive. And now, although I said this game's over, you do have to think back a couple days ago, of course, when this same team that they're now up against, 3-0, was down 4-1 late in the second period. And then in a 6-minute span, all of a sudden, boom, 4 goals. So you do have to, and I'm sure you know Bucky pretty well. What's he saying to these girls in the locker room? Is he reminding them of that?
I think you go in there, right, and you're saying 0-0 as we go into the second period. Like, I don't know that you train anything. I think they're talking about the physicality. Now, you've covered high school sports for quite some time. This is the single most physical game I've ever seen for girls hockey.
Wow.
And the Ice Bears, and I mentioned on air in the first period with Mr. Plummer, that the Ice Bears are typically they're rubbing, right? You're racing alongside somebody, your little hip check, a little rub when you go into the defensive zone, and that's how they're able to pinch off the other team's forwards into the zone. The St. Croix Valley Fusion are more physical, not just as physical. They are more physical than the Ice Bears. So how do you adjust that? Because there was a chance that you go down early in this game because you took 2 penalties of your own. The Ice Bears were able to kill off both of those.
And there was that one moment very early. That one puck looked like it was about to go in the net, I swear, and then it just didn't. And all of a sudden, it's a completely different game, 1-0. And as you said, being very physical, and all of a sudden, it's like, okay, the momentum is all of a sudden on the underdog. They're starting to feel better, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't do it. Christopher, you got to capitalize on that when you're the big underdog, and they didn't. And now look, it's 3-0. And the one thing you said that has nothing to do with anything, but you said Mr. Plummer. Is that because he's so much older than you that you want to show that respect?
I just like you switch up how you say things, right? Michael, Mike, Plummer, Mr.
Okay,
Plummer.
I just wanted to make sure on that.
Yeah, respect your elders.
Yeah, no, but no, it's very exciting here today. I was saying beforehand, the only thing I'm a little bit surprised about is I wanted to see a packed
Yes,
house.
I agree. Yep.
And with how good they are, with how much support they do get during the year, I'd have liked to have seen some people, a couple more people here, right? I think they deserve that.
Yeah, we called the sectional semifinal against Fox City Stars, and I thought that the Cornerstone crowd for the girls was really, really good. But the Voyagers yesterday had an outstanding crowd when De Pere played here, but it's tough. I think part of that is the co-op situation where for fans that you don't get as many to come down, and that's very unfortunate to support because it's different schools. Only 7 skaters on this roster from Bayport, or only one's from Prebler. However, I think that sometimes creates an issue with it too. But nevertheless, they're feeding off of the skill in each other.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point about how you're probably going to divide the actual student bodies, where the parents are going to be very supportive, but you're not going to have a bunch of Green Bay Preble people come here. But, okay, taking that aside, I think it's kind of cool when all these different schools come together as one and kind of form friendships. And, usually these schools are rivals, but they're all together now. And you got the 2 top defensive players maybe in the entire state. They go to Notre Dame. Faye Brunke scoring that first goal. She goes to Pulaski. The goaltender, I think, is from West De Pere. They're all coming together, That to me is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that it's really cool to see how that works. And obviously the Ice Bears have done that. And that's how girls hockey is, right? Superior is technically a co-op with Northwestern, but they have all Superior skaters. And Hudson is the only girls program in the entire state of Wisconsin that is just one single high school. We saw that with the boys this year, the Bay Area Storm, a little goofy how first time being a co-op for the Bayport skaters, and that's an adjustment for the players.
Absolutely, and I was asking Michael, hey, is there ever a chance, Mr. Plummer, I was asking him, will the girls game grow enough where we could have a Notre Dame, a Bayport, but he doesn't think that's probably going to happen anytime soon. That would be really cool, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think, and that's always one of the hopes, because obviously they've been dominant, right? So if I text you this picture that I have taken at Cornerstone inside the lobby, that it is Schwaben 4 skaters. Bayport has 7. Notre Dame has just 3. De Pere has just 3. Preble 1. Pulaski 4. West De Pere 5. And before we take a quick break, that's always the conversation. Oh, well, Bay Area, this is their 4th straight state championship game. They're going for their 3rd title in 4 years. They're trying to go back-to-back. But they're a conglomeration of so many schools. We got to split that up. But I mentioned that to Coach Buck a few weeks ago. He's like, Chris, we only have 22 skaters.
Yeah, right.
So.
Yeah, and you know what? It's really fun to dominate anyway. So keep them all together and continue to grow the sport. In the women's USA hockey team winning doesn't hurt.
No, not at all.
That type of enthusiasm. So.
Well, thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. We're at the first intermission. Get set for the second. It's 3-0 your score. You're listening to Bay Area Ice Bear Hockey.
At Parker John's, we do barbecue the right way, from tender pulled pork to slow smoked brisket.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not in the mood for barbecue? Our Stonefire pizzas are baked to perfection. Looking to wet your whistle? We've got great craft beers, signature cocktails, and loaded Bloody Marys. Parker John's is a family-friendly place to have a smoking good time. So whether you're here for all-you-can-eat nights or just a great meal, we'll bring the smoking good flavor 7 days a week. Come on down, we can't wait to have you.
Parker John's.
Are you stuck trying to give your home a modern look?
Then it's time to call Budget Blinds. We come over with our free in-home consultation and free design services for top quality blinds, draperies, and shutters. You pick what you want, we measure, and you get the quote before we leave.
And we feature lifetime warranties and an exclusive, no questions asked assurance program. Top quality blinds installed in a couple hours.
Now that's easy. Call now.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
At Myron Construction, our passionate team members rally together every day to create meaningful connections and capture what truly matters. Within our offices and out on our project sites, Myron's strong culture and core values permeate everything we do and guide our approach to serving our clients, our communities, and each other. Together, we're building excellence.
Zesties, where Wisconsin's richest, creamiest frozen custard is served with the food you crave, hot and fresh off the grill. Bring your family an appetite. Lunch, dinner, or curbside pickup. Our juicy burgers, sandwiches, homemade soups, and sides are made fresh just for you. Speaking of fresh and delicious, our legendary frozen custard is made every 3 hours. Check out the flavor forecast on our website to see what the flavor of the day is. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, Alloway and Howard.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
We settle in for period number 2 from Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena in Middleton. We get set for the second as the Ice Bears a 3-0 lead. Heather listening in from Seattle says, "Let's go Bailey." Tony Ebling says, "Here we go, bring it home." Robert Kennedy cheering on. Michelle Trotovic says, "Let's go Ice Bears." Sarah Gishis, way to set the tone. Amanda Vandiacht, amongst others. Appreciate everybody tonight following along, listening in, as the Bay Area Ice Bears lead at 3-0, and we get set for the second period over the St. Croix Valley Fusion, the River Falls Co-op, and how do they respond? They were down 3-0 in the second period of the state semifinal. They were down 4-1, scored 6 unanswered.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how they react to this. They've been in this position before in the previous game, but they weren't playing a team the caliber of the Ice Bears. So I'm thinking the Ice Bears have found a new energy, and they're going to let her fly in this period and really put her away.
The flip-flop ends as Lily Lyons breaks into the zone on a stretch pass, 2-on-1, slides it across. Faye Brunke, backhand, misses the far side post, and Brunke will fetch it onto the corner.
Boy, what a play. Boy, that was set up beautifully.
15 seconds into the period. One-timer in front. Buchan from Lyons on the blind pass, and Buchan's shot gets stopped. Caitlin Gustafson shuts the door, and she will have a face-off to her left. Just 25 seconds gone by here in the second period.
Boy, Ainsley couldn't have done that any better. She picked off the pass right away and shot just as quick as she could, and the Fusion goalkeeper was up to the challenge.
Face-off to the left of Gustafson. That is to her glove side. Fusion try to send it out. Maya Shepard holds it inside the blue line. Fusion trying to chip it out, and they finally do get it out with Jane Volgren. Volgren through the neutral ice area, and she'll send one down in as Spearins peers over her right shoulder, looking at the puck behind the net. Trying to get to it, the Ice Bears chip it out to the neutral ice, only as far as the red line. Eleanor Adams is senior first-team all-conference. She's going to play hockey at Concordia College next year. She was named second-team all-state. As she tries to play one through the neutral ice, but Hannah Von Hayden picks off with pass that's flipped up. Ebby Momarts drop one off for a teammate near side Memkin. The De Pere freshman slaps one, misses wide to the far side corner, rolls all the way around, and be picked up by Elizabeth Zunker, the sophomore from West De Pere.
They caught the Ice Bears on a line change there, and that's what allowed the puck to come out of the zone.
And the stretch pass back for Addison Dahl, trying to connect with a teammate, goes a little too far, misses the pass. With 15:46, just a minute 14 into the second period, and we have an icing call, face off to the Ice Bear defensive zone.
All the players out of the penalty box now. Ava's back on the ice and served her time, and hopefully that's the last time she'll go sit in that box.
Fusion try to play one into the zone. They do on the right side with DeLong. On her forehand between Spearin. Defenseman gets in the way. Nice job by Zunker to get one off of the shins, but it avoided getting it on target on her goalie. Puck through the neutral ice. It's picked up by Munson, senior from St. Croix Central. She's going to join this Air Force next year. Thank you for
good for her.
What she wants to do.
Thank you for her service, her impending service.
Zunker dumps one down deep as the Ice Bears push one into the Fusion zone. Buchan plays one to Lyons. Lily looking to facilitate, slides one across. Oh, a defenseman pinballs off of the skates of a couple of Fusion players. Out to the neutral ice where McDonald trying to play one back to Buchan, but Aisline's going off for a line change. A little pitchfork forward for the Fusion, and they're going to dump one down to the Ice Bears zone. 2 minutes and 15 seconds have elapsed here in period number 2. Stretch pass up to Jordan Clark, but sweeping under her stick was Emma Larson, the freshman from River Falls. Larson loses it to a teammate. Pass back to Holdorf. Oakley plays one up. The senior's got 4 goals on the year. Holdorf back up far side to Larson. Emma loses it into the corner. She gets pushed up against the Dasser. Ava McDonald hips into her. Puck on the near side half boards. Fusion cycle it around. And behind for Jenna Volgren. Volgren looking to play one in front. And Reese Spearing able to swipe one out of the air and frees things. 14-13 to play here in the second.
What a catcher by Reese. She moving opposite direction, and there was a player in the slot. I believe it was Morgan Keibel, and she shot back against the grain, and Reese just threw the catcher up and snagged it.
And the puck got deflected. Reese moved right, but her glove flashed left, and she makes the save. Face off to her right, won by the Ice Bears as they try to get out of the zone. Memkin with possession, trying to play it up to Von Hayden. Puck goes through the legs of a skater, so icing's going to be waved off. Fusion nearly turn it over. Harassed by Abby Molmarts is Volgren. The Fusion are going to dump one in behind net. We've played over 3 minutes in the period. Stretch pass up for Von Hayden, and Hannah, the multi-sport athlete, she'll lose it to the far side corner.
What a tip pass to Von Hayden coming breaking down the center of the ice.
Shepard sends one down. Only as far as Adams. Eleanor sends it right back to Faye Brunke, and she'll deke around. Brunke trying to play one to a crashing Lily Lyons. Sticks clash, puck bounces into the air. And Faye Brunke, just the forecheck now, gets the pressure on her. Lyons looking to play one to Faye. Intercepted by Volgren. Pass back with the Fusion. They take it with Stanley, and Ella plays it up the right side, looking for Volgren, streaking in, but just can't connect on it. And the puck to be slowed down for the Fusion. They have to bring it back into the zone and early into the zone. It was on Adams' stick, but Middle came across the blue line before the puck did, so it'll be an offsides and a neutral zone faceoff. 12:55 to play in the second period. Still at that 3-0 score we had after one.
Adams was playing with the puck at the blue line just a little bit too long, and Middle couldn't hold back and slid into the zone early.
Neutral zone draw, won by the Fusion. Play back to the red line. They'll send it down to Addison Dahl, the defenseman for the Ice Bears. Leads to a break, 4-on-2 right side. Engels drop one off for Addison, but she wasn't quite ready for it. A little too close proximity to each other to make that pass. Fusion try to chip it up out of their own zone, and they do so successfully on the right side wing with Harmon. Harmon dumps one in. She'll give chase. 34 goes to fetch after it. Addison Dahl playing one to Engels, looking for a teammate. Turned over. Harmon's got it for the Fusion. Plays one to Volgren. And we're going to have a stoppage for a penalty. And it's going to be an interference call. And to the box will go an Ice Bear. Madeline Engels, the junior from Pulaski. She'll go in. 4:43 into period number 2. And the Fusion will have their third chance at it. Again, the first matchup, 8 times the Ice Bears took a penalty, and they allowed 0 goals on those 8. This is the third time. So far, 0 for 2 on the power play for St. Croix Valley.
And they seem to be a little better offensively when they have more ice to work with. So hopefully we can pull off a shorty here and really put the pressure on the Fusion.
Immediately, the draw to the left of Spearing is won by the Ice Bears. And Hannah Von Hayden is going to speed down to the right side and take things away and try to harass the Fusion and kill off some time. Von Hayden on the right side wing brings it in, down a skater, throws in a slap shot. Her stick clashes with Middle, the defenseman, in her way. And back to the left side come the Fusion into the zone. They bring it right side with Kivel. Morgan on her backhand looking to feed it around. Finding Volgren on the half boards, back to Kivel and behind. Maya Shepard for the Ice Bears trying to play it up, but it's blocked by Jane Volgren. Jenna's got it now. Back to Jane near side. Tic-tac-toe. Jenna's got it. Wrister roofs one and over the crossbar. A golden opportunity for the sisters to connect, but we remain at 3-0. 53 seconds into the power play. Into the near side corner. Jenna trying to fetch it out now. Volgren's sister Jane. She's the junior. Wrister from the face-off dot
nice
near
leg.
side. Spearing keeps her leg down, and it's a save. On the half-board's right side. Shot comes in. Never going to reach target. Von Hayden able to block it with her skate. Into the corner it goes. Coach Buchan yelling below us. 40 seconds yet we skate 5-on-4 for the Fusion. Slapped around and the length of the ice it'll go. Nice job by Maya Shepard to kill off some more time. Fresh skaters come on for the Ice Bears. Shot's going to be thrown from the center ice by Adams, and that misses wide. And now Aisling Buchan will take it back to the right side. Dropping off for Lily Lyons. Lily back to Buchan, trying a one-time tip through. And it misses to the far side corner, but the Ice Bears will retreat with possession. They're down a skater, but they have the biscuit on the forehand. Lost now to Volgren. She'll pick it up between the rings. Throws one high, misses wide off the back glass. Rebound off the glass from Kivel. Morgan loses it. 4 seconds left. We will go back to even strength. 5-on-5 hockey. 3 for 3 on the PK for the Ice Bears, who came into the postseason. They killed off 71 out of 79. Lions right side on a poke check. Lily, 5-hole, stopped by Gustafson. She broke down her knees and able to stop it. Puck thrown in front by Aisling, but Buchan unable to get it to the forehand of Lions and lost opportunity.
What a great opportunity. She just couldn't get enough on it to get it over the top of the leg pad.
Harmon throws one to the far side corner. Addison Dahl wraps one around. Line change. Ice Bears have a chance to go for Abby Molmarts. Abby, second player into the Blues across the blue line. Abby on the half boards, drops one off for a teammate, and Ava McDonald will wisely retreat and give ground back to her own blue line. Plays one up ice. Back to the right side now. Puck is with Memkin. Eliana drops one around the corner. Skates to the far side half boards. Von Hayden chips it along. She got honorable mention all-state honors this week. Congratulations for the Green Bay Prebbles lone skater on this team. But the Hornet softball player playing her final hockey game here for the Ice Bears. But she will be a hockey player at the next level as she will be attending St. Scholastica next year.
Fusion get a shot off right off the shin pads of Piper Losey. He's done a great job of taking away that shot.
Puck in the corner. Von Hayden trying to chip one away from Ratson. Chloe, the senior from River Falls High School for the Fusion. We approach 8.5 to play. Halfway through period number 2. That means we're halfway through regulation. Still 3-0 Ice Bears. Fusion flip one through the rafters. Nearly hits the scoreboard in the middle.
That's a pretty scoreboard.
It is a nice jumbotron. It's got the 4 different sides, like the cube. Fusion from their own zone. Jordan Clark fetches it out for the Ice Bears. She's pushed left. Puck picked up for the Fusion, and they'll dump one in and bring on some fresh skaters. Ice Bears with Maya Shepard looking for a stretch pass. Maya, defenseman, she's a sophomore, teamed up with a senior defenseman. Puck caroms oddly off the back wall all the way out to the blue line before it gets tipped out and sent back in.
Definitely a missed opportunity there. It came right straight back out through the slot, and there was nobody there to take a shot with it.
Brunke steps up, trying to one-timer to Lily Lyons. Buckin trying to slide one through. It's between the rings, kept in by Zunker. Elizabeth sends one down for Faye Brunke in the far side corner. Faye's got it. Playing one off the boards, looking for Dahl. Her stick gets tied up. To the neutral ice it goes. Lily Lyons to Zunker. Back to Brunke, bring it in. Faye, wrister near side, and Gustafson sought the entire way, and she will make a save as the faceoff will come to her left in just a bit.
Faye had a real nice opportunity there. She was trying to go short side over the glove, and she had an opening, but goalkeeper Caitlin Gustafson was definitely up to the challenge and put her right in the web of the mitt and held on to it for a faceoff.
Hey, Ice Bears, when you see your kids giving it out, they're out, giving it their all. You know what community means? So does Ashley Kasner, third-generation Green Bay Realtor, Bayport mom, and huge Ice Bears supporter. Ashley and her team at Keller Williams are here for you. Whether you're moving into the surrounding school districts or selling your home, her kids play here. The agents on her kids play here. This isn't just business, it's personal. You're ready to make your real estate dreams happen with someone who gets it? Reach out to Ashley and her team for all your real estate needs. Off the draw, Gustafson will make a save. 7:10 to play in the second period. And what's a 3-0 hockey game? All 3 goals scoring in the first period. We can welcome in Liam Hansen watching along after the Bayview musical ends. Hope you're having a good weekend, Mr. Liam. Face off to left of Gustafson. Ice Bears win it. And trying to play to the far side corner is Memkin. Kept in by McDonald on the wing. Throws one off the boards. Fusion trying to gain possession there. Looking for a stretch pass. A little touch. Back down to Volgren. Jane trying to dice around Shepard. Both teams looking for penalty calls. We play on 5-on-5. Shot it on Spearing from the red line. And she'll make a save and redirect it into the corner. 6:35 and rolling. Volgren, far side, gets around Shepard. Jane backhand near side, and a Fusion get on the board for the first time tonight. A beautiful feed off the glass, and it angled to Jane Volgren. She has her first 3-1 your score.
She caught that coming off the boards and cut right across in front of Reese, and it was a beautiful backhand. She beat Reese over the blocker on Reese's right-hand side. A little bit deep in the goal, but definitely a nice shot, and unfortunately gave up the goal and now makes it 3-1.
Well, Volgren seems inevitable, the way that she just comes at you. And it's a 3-1 hockey game, which is what happened in the state semifinal for both these teams, I guess. The Ice Bears go from 3-0 to 3-1, end up with a 5-1 win. Lyons slides one through the crease. Nobody home on the backside. Faye Brunke will race to it. Keeps it in the zone with Addison Dahl. Back to Brunke, playing off the boards, far side wing. Faye trying to play it to a teammate. Well, she's just so good with her strength. Skates with it to the wing. Throws it in front and right off of Jenna Volgren, the freshman. And the puck chipped out. Race back. Addison Dahl is going to beat everybody out to the puck. Is Addison through the neutral ice area now. Might be skating at St. Norbert next year. She's not 100% sure yet. Dahl had the first 2 goals of the game Each of them coming on the power play. Shot's going to come all the way down 110 feet, and it's on target, so Spearin's got to put the panel of her stick down, stop it from going for an icing, stop it from going through the crease, and then the Ice Bears respond by sending it the length of the ice for an icing themselves. So a face-off next to Spearin coming with 5:33 to play in period number 2.
Real nice job by Reese, making sure she had the stick down, had the blade of the stick all the way on the ice, and stop the puck first with her stick before trying to deflect it into the corner.
Face off to left of Reese. Spearin is coming. Lemieux has the finance rates, has the rebates, and has the lease rates. No down payment on options on all leases. New 2026 in stock. Tundras, Corollas, 4Runners, Prius, the new generation RAV4s, and so much more. You'll find it all waiting for you at Lemieux Toyota. They make it easy for you at Lemieux. 1 mile north of Highway 41 on Oneida Street in Green Bay. Face off to the left of Spearin. Puck chipped out by the Ice Bears to the neutral ice. Under 5.5 minutes to play here in period number 2. It's a 3-1 hockey game. Puck brought into the zone by Memkin. Half boards thrown in near side off the wing from Losey, and Piper's shot goes into the chest of a defenseman. Fusion able to fetch it out of their own zone. And they'll play it off the glass, looking for Volgren. Jane trying to go near side, top 90, and Spearin shuts down the angle, and the shot misses high.
She picked off the pass and didn't catch the number of the Ice Bear player, but put a deke on her and then put the puck between her feet and just kept going.
Neutral ice, puck chipped around amongst a couple different skaters. And Losey looking for a stretch pass. Memkin will saucer one the entire way up to, boy, that was a post pattern in the air to Faye Brunke, but she couldn't catch it in her mitts. And the Fusion try to come back, and there's an offsides as they carry it in the zone. Neutral zone faceoff with 4:26.
That would have been a bomb. That was a beautiful play. She lifted it up about 6 feet off the ice. Faye caught it in her glove, but deflected off her hand and went the wrong direction on her.
So she's not a wide receiver, we learned. Otherwise, she can do it all.
Now, she'd be a linebacker because with hands like that, you were in trouble.
Puck out of the neutral zone faceoff following the offsides from St. Croix Valley. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the second period. 3-0 after one. It's 3-1 at this moment. The Fusion scored a goal this period. Brunke's trying to add to it, throws it in. Gustafson just gets her skate out left, and she'll make the kick save with her left leg. Shot from Shepard right into Buchan, trying to screen for the goalie, and instead it goes into Aisling's body. Volgren trying to bring it up ice. The younger one, Jenna. She gets pushed up against the glass. Shepard fetches it for the Ice Bears, try to bring out of the zone, looking for Engels, and Engels is out to the neutral ice, chips it only as far as the blue line, and Adams coming right back at you to the left side. Arms up for the officials. It'll go down for an icing, and a face-off comes to the River Falls end with 3:28 to play in the second.
Now the Fusion is definitely in control of this period right now. They're taking the puck to the Ice Bears. The Ice Bears are getting their chances, but the Fusion is getting set up in the Ice Bear zone, and they're getting some real nice shots on Reese, and Reese has been up to the challenge so far.
Again, good luck to the Ice Bears from Cornerstone Community Center. Looking for the new rink coming, possibly finished for this fall. See if the high school teams get to play on it.
Yeah, as long as St. Norbert's isn't using it, I think they might share it, maybe.
Hey, if you go back-to-back in the state championships,
I think you get to use it.
I think you should get a crack at it.
I think so.
Face off the right of Gustafson. Shot comes in. It's Von Hayden, a one-timer off the draw. And that's saved by Gustafson. She loses her stick. It's on the ground. She can't pick it up. And the puck, fortunately for the River Falls Co-op, is going to be picked up and taken back by the Fusion. They'll send one back the other way. The goaltender, Gustafson, was reaching down, but with her blocker on, she could not pick up her stick. Tried 2 or 3 times, and now it's an odd girl rush to the right side. McDonald skates to the wing, throws it off the back wall as she looked for a teammate. Momarts has it to the far side corner now. Abby off the back wall. Memkin coming through. Bucket. Oh, it was a tape to tape, but Bucky missed it off just off the bottom blade of her stick.
She just She had a great opportunity there. She just couldn't control the pass.
Stretch pass, break in for Brunke, and there's going to be an offsides call. Faye had a half a blade just past the blue line on the long stretch pass, and it's an offsides, bring it down.
All the way back into the Ice Bear zone. The reason it's always back there, is, Chris, is it
multiple line?
No, from the origin of the pass.
I got you, okay.
So if Faye could have kept her back foot down, she would have been golden and in on a breakaway, but she had to pick up that back foot to stride, and it just caused her to be offsides.
Shot comes in, Spearing looking left and right from Sydney Kibble, the junior defenseman. Stick tipped away. Brunke gets one from Lyons. Faye skating to the near side corner. She loses it momentarily. Between the rings, passes one. Defenseman on the left wing, defenseman on the right wing. Nobody at the point, so the Ice Bears clear their own zone. 2:10 to play in the second period. Puck chipped up, brought in for Lily Lyons. 3-on-2. Lily wrister goes 5-hole, blocked by the goaltender Gustafson. Redirect to the far side corner. The shot actually went between the legs of a defenseman, and the goaltender Gustafson made the save. Now Ingles with it on the far side dot. Chip to the near side half boards. Elizabeth Zunker sends it in even deeper. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second. Stick lift coming from Ingles. Chipped at Von Hayden trying to gain possession of it. A couple players tied up. Hannah weaving around. Left hand skate with the backhand. Saved by Gustafson in the far side corner.
Threw a little off-speed shot.
Arm is up for a penalty, and Jewett gets taken down for the second time tonight, so she can draw the penalty, that's for sure.
Sydney Keivel from St. Croix is going to take a penalty for checking.
So 13 to the box at 15:32 into the period. That means there's 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the second. And the Ice Bears with a 3-1 lead. The power play has been kind to them today.
Manitowoc math?
They're 2 for 2.
Manitowoc math? 128 left in the period, 15. You did all your gazuntas?
Yeah.
Or is that the Kiel version of Manitowoc math?
Dahl tries to throw one low when it gets deflected off a defenseman's stick and angles up into the netting. Face off to the right of Caitlin Gustafson. She has over 600 saves this year. It's a lot.
That is a lot of shots.
Brunke in the right side wing throws one in. Gustafson gives up the rebound, but she makes the save. Dahl on the left side wing. Skating replaced with Ava McDonald.
Time this game's done, she might be over 700.
Dahl through a point, throws one in off the back wall. One time in front, Lily Lyons for McDonald. Gets stick tied up, rebound given up. And the right side under a minute to play. Brunke throws one in. It goes off with a stick of defenseman. Angles to the half boards. Lily Lyons continues with it, looking for Buckin, and the puck is taken up by Volgren. Jane trying to play around to the zone. She can't. McDonald wrist one. Gustafson, the rebound given up. It's off of her face mask. Play continues. Fusion trying to get to it. And then the Fusion are going to push down one of the players. And we got pushing from both sides, and I think we're going to get some people in the box. Gustafson was reaching for it. She fell onto her belly, reaching ever so closer to get to the puck. And when she did, she kind of turns into a tabletop. And then there was a player that fell over her. And then pushing from Lily Lyons led to retaliation from Jane Volgren. Each of them are going to go to the box, I assume for roughing, with 36.8 to go. So it'll still be 5-on-4. Puck will be brought out to the neutral ice area. And we will have a face-off with 1:09 to play on the power play, but just 36.8 to play in the period.
And the best part of that is Caitlin's laying on the ice. Gustafson's laying on the ice with everybody going on over top of her.
Von Hayden throws it into Gustafson. She makes the save right off of her face mask, so it stays in the zone. But then a Fusion chip went out to the neutral ice. Shepard to Von Hayden. Hannah across, gets it to Memkin. Back to Shepard. Wrister in off of the skates of Volgren. Gets in the way. Held in by Shepard on the wing. 12 seconds left in the period. Shepard, half boards near side, slides on the ice to Zunker, sends one wide. Got to shoot soon. Shot in again. Gustafson a save. This one off of Von Hayden wrister. The length of the ice it goes. Period expires. So the Ice Bears unable to connect the first 128 of the penalty. They will be 5-on-4 as we start the third. But we go into the intermission. It's at 3-1.
The St. Croix Fusion definitely controlled the first 3 quarters of that period. They were taking the puck to the Ice Bears, taking the pressure to the Ice Bears, and all of a sudden the Ice Bears flipped the switch and came back the other way and got some really excellent shots for probably the last 3 or 4 minutes of the period and had some great opportunities. And Caitlin Gustafson was definitely up to the challenge and made some beautiful saves. And the Ice Bears will still have the power play for the first 32 seconds of the third period. Plus they're still down, each team is still down a player because of the offsetting minor penalties for roughing.
Do you know that 1 in 31 children who are 8 years old have identified with an autism spectrum disorder? This means that you'll likely know, work with, or even be related to someone who has autism. Sign up today for the 15th annual 2 Miles for Autism Run Walk presented by Prevea 360, being held at Meadowbrook Elementary on Saturday, April 18th. The mission is to raise awareness and encourage acceptance. All proceeds go towards supporting Howard Swamco students with autism, their families, their teachers, and aides, and to provide resources to make their school day better. Be part of the team. Enjoy a 2-mile run or walk with others who have the same mission and receive a colorful event t-shirt, all for $15 per participant. 2milesforautism.weebly.com to register today. 3-1 is our score at the end of 2. The only goal scored that period was from St. Croix Valley Fusion. It's a 3-1 score. You're listening to Bay Area Ice Bear Hockey from the state tournament.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $20 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicoletbank.com. Nicolet Bank, real people, real conversations.
When I'm not working, I'm a family man. I mean, I have 3 kids, a wife, and we've got just a very full schedule. I coach the baseball team and coach football. Growing up in the area, it's a very safe, very welcoming community. These are people that you're doing life with. We're all in this together, and we're helping out each other, and we're doing life together. If it was done for me, how would I want it done? I go through that in my head, and then I do it that way. Do the right thing every time.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Spring into action at Kemp's Ace Hardware, your local stop for garden gear and greenhouse goodness. From lush plants and lawn mowers to rakes and shovels, we've got everything you need to get your yard blooming. Need extra muscle? Rent the tools you need from our Howard or Wrightstown locations. Our friendly staff is here to help you grow something great this season. Visit us in Howard, Wrightstown, and Ashwaubenon. Kemp's Ace Hardware, your neighborhood hardware store. See you soon.
Hungry? Check out this deal on the best pizza in Wisconsin.
I love this pizza.
And you'll love getting $5 off any Gallagher's Pizza order of 30 or more. Call us for delivery. It's the best way to feed your office for lunch.
Greg Young of Abrams is your #1 dealership with a veteran staff in all departments. 10 years experience and counting is quality you can depend on. Greg Young is your top dealer in customer satisfaction and sales satisfaction year in and year out with a fully staffed service and collision center that will work on all makes and models with free estimates. And don't forget about the huge parts department. And we need cars. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy from us. So stop by and check us out or check out our inventory online at GregYoungAbrams.com.
Considering a room update or building your dream home and don't know where to begin? The design team at Maco's will guide you through the selection process and put your mind at ease. Solutions and styles to make you the envy of the neighborhood. Maco's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. And don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
Hello, March. Longer days, melting snow, the season of projects officially on. Stepping at Kim's Ace Hardware, our March Red Hot buys are here, and they're loaded. Lawn care, grills, power tools, paint, bird seed, cleaning supplies, and more. Stock up on fertilizer, upgrade your grill game, refresh your tools, start that paint project, earn bonus rewards while you're at it. Ace Rewards members, don't miss those bonus rewards and instant savings. Stop in, stock up, and let's start to make this yard and house the best on the block. Shop all three Kim's Ace locations, Howard, Schwaben, Wrightstown. Kim's Ace Hardware. 3-1 the score at the end of 2 periods. The Ice Bears leading the Fusion. As the first period's 3-0, it's 3-1 after 2 now. As the lone goal that period came from Jane Volgren of River Falls at 10:34 in the period. The assist from Lily Middle. So we'll get you caught up on all these stats. The De Pere Co-op, the Bay Area Ice Bears had 11 shots on goal in the first, 11 shots on goal in the second. River Falls Co-op had 7 and 6. So shots on goals after 2, 22-13. The Ice Bears successfully killed off all 3 penalties, 3 penalties for 6 minutes. And the Ice Bears scored on both power plays. They will be on the power play for 32 more seconds to start the 3rd period, but the power play does get split up because of it happened at 1:28 left in the period. So they will be on a 5-on-4 for a little bit yet. We've had 3 River Falls penalties in the first, 3 River Falls. Oh, they had because of the coincidental. So both teams have had 5 penalties for 10 minutes. 5 minor penalties each. Caitlin Gustafson, 19 saves to her credit in net for the St. Croix Valley Fusion. Reese Spearing, 12 saves in net for the Bay Area Ice Bear goalie. As I just want to check some things while everybody's with us. Let me see. There is the... I appreciate everybody listening in with us tonight, wherever you may be listening from. I will suggest that if you want to listen the rest of the way, you're more than welcome to do so. I don't want to scare people away. However, because it is the state title game for hockey, it is broadcast on local television, and that means there is also... on the app, there is the WSL, the Wisconsin Sports Live. It's a WIAA app. It's light blue with a WIAA logo and says Sports Live underneath it. If you download that app, it costs nothing, and you're able to go live, and you can watch hockey on it. So if you want to watch the 3rd period, you are able to. Again, I don't want to chase you away from listening to Michael and I. However, if you are not in the listening area, such as Grandpa and Grandma Buckin, right? Always listening in. Coach Buckin, we've broadcast his games for 12 years, 10 for the Bayport Pirate Boys team, now 2 here with the Ice Bears. Well, Coach Buckin's mom, Jeanette Buckin, messages in. Go Ice Bears, go Bucky. Love Grandma and Grandpa from Alberta, Canada.
We're international again.
I don't want to scare them off from listening because they have been long-time faithful listeners of ours to follow along their son and their grandchildren, but if you do go on your cellular or an iPad, you can download the WIAA Sports Live app, and you are able to watch the 3rd period if you don't have that opportunity otherwise. And again, it would be free here. You don't have to go download and pay for any subscriptions.
Well, and you wouldn't get that hard-hitting analysis that you get by listening to us.
Feel like you're hard hit in the head sometimes.
Well,
but
yeah, something's hard.
First period scoring, the Ice Bears got a power play goal. Now they did switch the first goal. It is no longer listed as Addison Dahl. It is recorded as a power play goal tip-in by Aisling Buchan. So she scored the first goal at 10:50 in the first period. Assists went to Addison Dahl as well as to Lily Lyons. 1-0 at that point for the Ice Bears. Then another power play. This one comes just a minute and 16 seconds later. Addison Dahl does get the second one, assisted by Faye Brunke and Aisling Buchan. That made it 2-0 at 12:06 in the first period. 16-17, just 43.6 seconds left in the first. An even strength goal scored by Faye Brunke. They gave assists to Buchan and Lyons. That made it 3-0 after one. So if my scoring is correct, Aisling Buchan is credited to this point with 1 goal and 2 assists. Lily Lyons has 2 assists. Faye Brunke has a goal and an assist. Second period at 10:34, a goal was scored by St. Croix Valley Fusion's Jane Volgren, assisted by Lily Middle. That cut the lead for the Ice Bears to 3-1, and that is where we sit as we are in intermission number 2.
Yeah, so it's at the end of the second period. St. Croix definitely had control of the first 3 quarters of that period. They were hitting their passes. They kept the puck down in the Ice Bears' end of the rink for a significant amount of time, and by doing that, they were able to pick off and get a goal. The Ice Bears righted the ship at the last quarter of that period, and they brought it back, and they had some excellent opportunities. Lily Lyons misses on one. Faye Brunke missed it on one. Ainsley missed on another. So there was lots and lots of opportunities there. I think we're at the point now where the Ice Bears just have to control their puck, control their passes, and they're starting to wear the St. Croix Valley Fusion down. We talk about this a lot in the boys' game because of the checking and what have you that you're allowed to do. The Ice Bears need to keep their heads. They need to be smart. We had a little scrum down towards the end of the second period where resulted in 2 players going into the box, 1 for each team. Doesn't do you any good. You're hurting your teammates because now you're not able to be a part of what's going on in the ice. And worst case is you mess up all the lines and everything, and you make Coach Buchan think harder than he wants to.
And with that, Jeanette messages they are listening and watching on the app. They're doing both.
Oh, there you go.
There you have the best of both worlds. So as we get set for the third period, we'll step aside, take a break. When we return, we will have period number 3 of the WIAA Girls Ice Hockey State Finals. It's a 3-1 lead. The Bay Area Ice Bears leading the St. Croix Valley Fusion. The Ice Bears, the 1 seed, they'll be on the power play for 32 seconds to start the period. You're listening to Ice Bear Hockey from the state tournament.
Are you stuck trying to give your home a modern look?
Then it's time to call Budget Blinds. We come over with our free in-home consultation and free design services for top quality blinds, draperies, and shutters. You pick what you want, we measure, and you get the quote before we leave.
And we feature lifetime warranties and an exclusive, no questions asked assurance program. Top quality blinds installed in a couple hours.
Now that's easy. Call now.
Whether you need stunning senior photos, dynamic team media days, impactful corporate portraits, or family photos to last a lifetime, AD Images expertise will bring your vision to life. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose AD Images and let your photos truly make a statement. Contact AD Images to book now, and let's make some memories to last a lifetime.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Mako's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Zesties, where Wisconsin's richest, creamiest frozen custard is served with the food you crave, hot and fresh off the grill. Bring your family an appetite. Lunch, dinner, or curbside pickup. Our juicy burgers, sandwiches, homemade soups, and sides are made fresh just for you. Speaking of fresh and delicious, our legendary frozen custard is made every 3 hours. Check out the flavor forecast on our website to see what the flavor of the day is. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, Alloway and Howard.
This is how I convinced my dad to go to NWTC. Every day, Dad would get home from work and be like, "Hey, honey." So I was like, "Dad, haven't you always told me I should go after my dreams?" And he said, "Well, of course." And I'm like, "Well, then why don't you?"
So that's what I did. I went to NWTC for design and graphic technology. Good thing dream jobs can happen at any age.
At Myron Construction, our passionate team members rally together every day to create meaningful connections and capture what truly matters. Within our offices and out on our project sites, Myron's strong culture and core values permeate everything we do and guide our approach to serving our clients, our communities, and each other. Together, we're building excellence.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
He's a fair weather fan.
We get set for the third in a 3-1 hockey game. De Pere leading River Falls. The Ice Bears leading the Fusion. Nobody knows them by their school names.
No, and that makes it difficult for us because we're used to calling them St. Croix Fusion.
Well, when you look at the bracket, like, oh, they're playing against Xavier Co-op.
Who's that?
Who the heck is that? Oh, they're playing the Fox City Stars. Okay, now it makes sense.
Hey, or like the Cap City was Sun Prairie West.
Yes.
And it's like, all right, I didn't know they had a team.
17 minutes on the clock. They're going to put Spearing between the pipes to the right. Gustafson between the pipes to the left. And shots on goal after 22-13.
2 players in the box for the Fusion and 1 for the Ice Bears. 32 seconds left on the power play. Great golden opportunity for the Ice Bears to go down and get one and take a 4-1 lead. And here goes Faye Brunke.
Brunke on the right side, crosses the blue line, skates in low on the goal line, carries it behind the net to the near side, and the ice is slippery. She falls to a knee, regains herself, and drops it off her teammate on the half board. Buchan trying to come over and assist. 15 seconds out of the period, just 15 seconds left before we go back to 5-on-5. Dahl has it on the wing, skates to the goal line, drops one down to the near side half boards now. Back with Ava McDonald. Back to her defensive mate here on the power play. Brunke wrister.
Score!
Faye Brunke with just 1 second left on the power play. It's a perfect 3 for 3. And we hit the over.
What a great setup play. Ava McDonald picks the puck up on the near boards, brings it back out to Addison Dahl at the blue line, who sees Faye Brunke over on the our right, goalkeeper's left, far side of the rink, right at the face-off circle, and Faye takes it and says, "Hold my beer," and slams one home.
Gatorade, hold my Gatorade.
Sorry.
Come on now, this is a kid show.
Water, holding my water.
Jeez.
What a great shot. Next year she can say, "Hold my beer."
No, she'll be 19 next year.
Yeah, okay.
I'm interested as play comes back into the St. Croix zone. Beaumart's near side. She falls down herself, and the Fusion go back the right side. Head of steam for Kibble. Top of the dot, throws it in. Spearing in position, makes a save and swats it away with the paddle.
Addison's got to keep going. There the girl.
Dahl, right side. Addison trying to split 2 defensemen. In the far side corner, she loses it to Oakley Holdorf. Holdorf trying to chip it out. Abby Momart's back to fetch it away, though. Von Hayden back to Momart's. Abby, spin and shoot. Gustafson slides right, and she'll stop one. Blockers it aside in the near side corner. Puck sent the length of the ice. Reese has a chance to let it go, and it will go down for an icing with 15:35. Now, knowing that Coach Cranston is the head coach and his brother is at UW River Falls, Faye Brunke, at the moment, is what I'm told, is leaning towards Gustavus Adolphus, which is the second best team in the West for women's hockey. I'm wondering if Joe is going to try to work on that. Face off to the right of Gustafson after the icing. A minute and a half gone by here in the third period, and a power play goal scored by Faye Brunke. It took a minute 59 of that power play, but it's a power play nonetheless. Special teams today has been the game. Clark Drops it off for Shepard, but Maya was not in the zone yet, so the Ice Bears have to retreat. Puck at the neutral ice. 15:07, clock moving here in a 4-1 hockey game in favor of Bay Area Ice Bears. The co-op from the Green Bay area looking to go back-to-back with state championships. Lions left side to Brunke and Faye offsides as she tries to bring it into the zone. We'll have a neutral zone drop with 14:52.
Yeah, that was a real nice setup play, and honestly, I thought that they were going to get away with one there, and the official was right on the spot.
Neutral zone draw. Kivel, poke check from Zunker, gets it off of her forehand. Back the other way with Lions. Lost and picked up with Morgan Kivel again. Top of the draw. Trying to toe drag around Addison Dahl, and Dahl's going to be called for a penalty. And she goes to the official and says, "What's that?" And that interference is the call, and I don't know if that is. You could have made a different call there, but interference I don't think is the one. But nonetheless, Addison Dahl gets a 2-minute minor, 2:27 into the period.
Yeah, the Fusion player had lost control of the puck. The puck slides down along the boards. Addison steps up to take the body, play the body, and they end up going down in the pile. Unfortunately, the official said, yeah, you impeded her progress, and she didn't have the puck, so we're going to call it.
Lions kicks it out. Buchan trying to get a 2-on-1 with her, but instead it's taken back with Volgren into the zone. Jane, she'll lose it at her own blue line. Taps it back to a teammate, and the Fusion try to reset. 1:40, they'll have a power play yet after the tripping minor called.
Ooh. Linesman ate that one.
Right in his backside, Mr. I think, thrown off of hips, and the Ice Bears send it back to the left. 14 minutes to play in the third. Fusion from their own end, trying to play one up ice. They get one to Larson. Emma drops one for a teammate to Volgren. Larson to bring it in the zone. Oh, boy, she did a great job to stay onside.
Yeah, she sure turned it on a dime there.
Larson now brings it into the zone. Zunker pushes her into the dashers as she proceeds forward. Elizabeth trying to fetch the puck from behind the net. Picked up by Volgren in the far side corner, and it bounces to Lily Lyons. Lyons is going to saucer one the length of the ice, and it goes down to kill off more time. 51 seconds before we're back to even strength. This is the fourth time today the Ice Bears are down a skater. So far, 3 for 3 killing them off. And Brunke wants to bring into the zone shorthanded. And she's going to be pushed off the puck.
Faye's looking to pick up a shorty. We had a delayed offsides, Chris, where Faye was deep in the zone, and she cleared, and then Abby Momartz had crossed the blue line, and got involved in the play. So official just said, no, we're going to blow it down. We'll take a face-off right here. Neutral ice right in front of the St. Croix Fusion bench.
Neutral zone drop taken. 13:05 left in the third period. 4-1 lead for the Ice Bears. Shepard, she'll throw one back down to try to kill off a little more time. Fusion from their own end with Adams. Stretch pass far side to Kivel. Goes off of the heel of her stick. Turned aside by the Ice Bears, and right back to the right side. Trying to bring it, it'll be Harmon. Harmon in the zone. 34 drops it off for a teammate to DeLong. Sophia with it. Back to Harmon. And back to DeLong. Gets it on the half board. So the wing to Adams. Eleanor trying to throw it in. Abby Momartz on the PK. She gets the blade of her stick down. Kills off the penalty. Sends one down. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Fusion got to go now. They 0 for 4 today with the skater advantage.
They don't have to. They can just keep doing what they're doing. We're good.
Brunke to Von Hayden trying for Lily Lyons, and Hannah's pass goes wayward. Streaking through is Faye Brunke, though. Faye passes one, looking to Lily Lyons, and that's poked aside. Back to the other side. It is with Volgren. Plays one into the corner, and Jane gives chase. Addison Dahl with a turnover. Shot comes in on Spearing. Paddle down. Kick to the right. Lily Middle had a slow-moving wrister that came in, and a delayed offside. I don't know if they're going to call a hand pass call with 11:45, and they'll blow the whistle as we will have a break on the ice here. Hey, Bayport fans, you know what makes a great realtor? Someone who's actually in the community. Ashley Kasner at Keller Williams isn't just selling homes in Green Bay. She's living here. Born and raised right here, third-generation realtor. Bayport parent and proud supporter of your Bay Area Ice Bears. Whether you're buying your first home, selling, or looking for that perfect property in the surrounding districts, Ashley's team has the local expertise you need, because when you work with someone who bleeds blue and white, you're working with family. Reach out to Ashley and her team for all your real estate needs. Go Ice Bears. So the Ice Bears have a 4-1 lead with 11:45 to play in the third period.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They got the power play goal that they needed. They got that 3-goal lead back. And now you just got to keep the pressure on. You don't want to rest. You want to keep the pressure, keep things moving in the right direction. And so far, they have definitely taken the pressure to the Fusion.
Buchan drop one off the Brunke. Wrister off the near side post. Buchan now drops one to Lines as they try to play patty cake behind the net. Gustafson peering over her right shoulder at it. Back to Brunke. Plays one to Maven McDonald on the wing. We skate 5-on-5, but sort of looks like a power play. One-timer.
Oh,
Brunke near side off the side of the cage. Backhand near side. Buchan just misses the near side post. Arm is up. There's going to be a tripping call. I think it's going to send Brunke to the box. And it will at 11:10 to go. So the penalty comes at 5:50. A barrage of shots on Gustafson, and Caitlin, for the time being, keeps us at 4-1. Fifth time tonight we will see a power play look for the Fusion.
And you know it was a penalty, Chris, when both officials had their arms up and had the same penalty called.
Regular season, 14 of 75 for the Fusion. That equates to 18.7%, meaning this their fifth opportunity. They are about due.
So let's hope that we can hold them off.
6 minutes gone by in the third period. Fusion trailing by 3. One time between the rings in front, top of the crease, and it's stolen by Abby Momarts. Boy, Abby's an outstanding PK player.
She sure plays a good position, keeps herself right in the passing lanes, and does an excellent job.
Jane, short corner, stop, shot between the rings, and Von Hayden will play it down. Jenna Volgren walked around a defenseman, and Reese Spearing was able to keep it clear of the net.
Reese has been outstanding today. This is probably the best I've seen her play all season.
McDonald from her own blue line, down a skater. 43 seconds has elapsed on the power play, and she's going to send one 75 feet on target. And the Ice Bears are going to send in a forecheck with the Fusion behind the net, and there's going to be
delayed offsides.
Okay, Lily Lyons, right?
Yeah. So Lily, the official had an offsides called on Maya Shepard. Maya cleared the zone, but Lily didn't realize that the delay was on, so she put the pressure on, and official blew it down on her.
Neutral zone face-off after the offsides from the Ice Bears. 1 minute of the 2-minute minor has elapsed. And we approach 10 minutes to play. It's a 4-1 Ice Bears lead here in the state finals. Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association Girls Ice Hockey State Championship game. The 2-seed St. Croix Valley Fusion trailing 4-1 to the top seed. Volgren plays one through, one-time chance for Kivel, and Morgan can't get her stick on it. The bouncing puck from Volgren's pass. Chipped at by Lily Lyons, and she chips up to neutralize. Aisley Buchan has on the right side. Aisling trying to wheel around. One time near side as she passes it around to defenseman Adams to herself, but Aisling unable to tuck it past, and now Eleanor comes back to the right side. Left to right she moves. And Adams, she kind of did a deke around a defenseman at the blue line, and that allowed two skaters in ahead of her for an offsides call with 9:23 to play in the period and 13 seconds left before we go back to 5-on-5.
And of course, the young lady that was offside looked at the official and said, "I can't believe you called that."
Neutral zone draw, and Addison Dahl will slap one down the length of the ice. 7 more seconds till we get an Ice Bear out of the box. Pressure by Von Hayden. And she'll take it off. Brunke is back on the ice.
What a great job by the Ice Bears killing the penalties today.
5 for 5 on the PK. Fusion from their own end now as they retreat and give ground. 8 minutes and 45 seconds remain. It's a 4-1 lead for the Ice Bears. Stretch pass. Brunke is going to get a stick on it, deflect it, and it's going to go all the way down 28. The fastest player on the ice every single time is going to go give chase. She'll try to dig it out of the corner, pushes Up against a dasher right next to her teammate Elizabeth Zunker. Player from the Fusion on her right hip. Player from the Fusion on her left hip. As the puck gets chipped out, Maya Shepard now's got on the right side wing. Throws it low. Rebound opportunity. Faye Brunke follows it up. She's got a hat trick as Shepard threw it on. Gustafson kicked it right. And it goes for a rebound goal. 5-1 Ice Bears with 8:19 to play.
Faye Brunke came skating in on the backside, picked off the rebound coming off the goalkeeper, Caitlin Gustafson, and had 3.5 or 5.5 of 6 feet to put the puck in, and she buried it right in the back of the goal.
Couple of caps thrown on the ice for her hat trick. Her third goal of the state championship, and it's 5-1 now. And Shepard will get credit with the assist. McDonald throws it in. Gustafson a save a couple inches off the ground.
I like that shot from Ava McDonald at the point, about a foot off the ice, and there was lots of legs and sticks in the way. All you get one quick deflection and you got another goal. Right now the Ice Bears are really turning up the pressure and keeping the heat on them. Like I did that, Heat Fusion?
Yeah, I got it. I didn't catch it live. But
No. You got it now? Or I got to explain more of my jokes for you. Good Lord, I sound like Frieder.
Hello, March. Longer days, melting snow. The season of projects is finally on us. Stock up on your fertilizer, upgrade your grill game, refresh your tools, start the paint projects. Stop in, stock up, and let's make this yard and house the best on the block. Shop all 3 Kemp's Ace locations, Howard, Ashwaubenon, and Wrightstown. Kemp's Ace Hardware. 7:59 to play. It's a 5-1 game. McDonald near side. She'll throw in from the wing after the face-off draw win. Shepard trying to throw one low. Gets it as far as Memkin, her teammate. Eliana. Chip one to Momarts. Abby. She'll go down, but her teammate comes through with her. Memkin to Von Hayden. Possession for the Ice Bears. Trying to get it to Momarts, and it comes outside the blue line. And Dahl and Shepard will retreat. Up to Momarts, a stretch from blue to blue, and the Fusion will send on the length of the ice to try to bring on some fresh skaters. Zunker looking for a stretch pass for Von Hayden, and icing's going to be waved off as it went right past a couple of Fusion players. Stretch pass, tip up, Zunker.
Boy, I thought she was going to get blown up there, Chris. Number 4.
Wrister, Reese Spearing, flashing the leather with the left mitt. Trying to go upper 90 was Jane Volgren. And Reese Spearing able to snipe it out of the air.
I thought Jane Volgren was going to blow up an Ice Bear right here in front of us.
Zunker, I thought, was in trouble.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be part of the plexiglass, but
play from the far side corner. Shepard chipped out. Lily Lyons will give chase. Just maximum effort from Lily. Brunke now drops it off on the wing to McDonald. Ava wants to try to skitter one through, and it goes off for the stick of defenseman out to the neutral ice area, and Maya Shepard will give ground. 6:35, clock is rolling here in period number 3. 5-1 Ice Bears trying to finish off back-to-back state championships and try to claim 3 out of 4. Volgren
offsides.
Loses it on a poke check, and it goes just across the blue line. And when it's brought back in, offsides is the call.
Yeah, it was a great poke check by the defender and disrupted the whole thing enough that puck rolled out of the blue line, and the Fusion player coming in carried it in offsides.
As a junior, Faye Brunke had two games at the state tournament, 5 goals. As a senior, 2 games at the state tournament, 5 goals.
Didn't Faye have a Hattie last year in the championship?
Yes.
As I remember correctly.
Yep. She had 2 goals in the semifinal, now 3 tonight. Jenna Volgren, blind pass, looking for Kivel. Misses wide to the far side wing.
Think we can get her a COVID year? Keep her around for one more?
Jordan Clark on the right side.
We got a penalty.
Arm is up for a penalty as the Fusion skate on. Volgren throws it off the back wall. Didn't know the arm was up for a penalty, and it's touched up by the Ice Bears. And a slashing call with 5:37 to play.
Well, it was a whale of a slash because her stick is in two pieces. So you got the blade on one side and the shaft over on the other. Yep, I did catch the number. I was right. Malin Jewett is going to go sit in the box for 2 minutes.
So Jewett to the box. 6th time down a skater.
Well, let's see if we can kill off another one, Chris.
Fusion having the right-hand third of the ice as we watch on. To the point, Rister comes in, blocked by Hannah Von Hayden. The Preble Hornet sends it aside. Puck pushed up ice for Kivel. Picked up by Volgren. Trying to throw it off the side of the cage. Clash between a couple of defensemen. They say, you get it, no, you get it. And in that miscommunication, it clears the zone and all the way back to the left-hand third. Minute 28 here to kill off for the Ice Bears. 5 minutes to play. There's 5-1 Ice Bear lead. Eleanor Adams has it, trying to go blue to blue. She'll bring it across the line. Throws in a wrister. 6 clash off of Addison Dahl's defenseman's stick. And Addison able to throw it outside the zone. The Fusion are not getting second chances right now, and the poke check is working very well. The triangle button on the PlayStation.
Is that which one it is?
Yes.
I'd have to ask my boys, who would both be able to tell me.
The danger of the poke check on the video game, though, is there are a lot of tripping penalties.
Oh.
Volgren trying to roof one. No. Shot in front, and a power play goal this time. The Fusion score. Volgren tried to shoot it, and it ended up as a pass to Emma Larson, and the freshman, her 3rd goal of the year, and it's a 5-2 game with 4:22 to play.
Reese kicked out her right leg just as far as she could, and she was about a half an inch short. Just couldn't get anything on the puck to knock it away. So credit to the St. Croix Valley. It was an excellent shot by Emma Larson. She's sitting about 10 feet out in the slot and all by herself and said, I think I know where to put that thing. Linesman jumped the gun on the official. He wasn't quite ready for him on the referee.
5-2 game. We have 4:15 to play. Shepard on the right side wing. She'll throw one in. It's going to be off the ice, and it's going to be thrown into a defenseman's body. Picked up by Volgren. Up to Kivel. Looking across the ice and waiting for it. Intercepting the pass will be Memkin. Eliana across the zone now.
Oh, no. Ice Bears have got another penalty, Chris. That was a little cheap.
Tripping. So, killed off 5. Not the 6th. We will have a stoppage at the rink. Hey, Bayport fans, you know what makes a great realtor? Someone who's actually in the community. Ashley Kasner, Kayla Williams. Bayport parent, proud supporter of your Bay Area Ice Bears. Whether you're buying your first home, selling, or looking for the perfect property in the Bayport district, Ashley's team has a local expertise you need. Because when you work with someone who bleeds green and gold, you work with a family. Reach out to your Ashley and her team for all your real estate needs.
Timeout by the St. Croix Fusion, Chris. They want to talk it over. They got a power play. My guess is that they're going to come up with a plan to pull the goalkeeper. You're down 3. You got to get goals any way you can. Elena was coming along with their stick, trying to play the puck, and unfortunately she had the blade of her stick right in front of the Fusion player who was going the other direction, and the referee saw it, and I got to call it. You feel bad because it wasn't a blatant penalty, but you had a penalty nonetheless.
Nope, cheater.
Yep. She got caught. Got caught cheating. Now she's got 2 minutes to sit and reflect on life and ponder on her sins in the sin bin.
3:51 to play. Today's broadcast of Bay Area Ice Bear hockey from the state tournament, proudly supported by Nicolay National Bank, by Kemp's Ace Hardware, Lemieux Toyota, Advanced Digital, members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club, Core Insurance, broker Justin Spettle, the Ashley Kasner Real Estate Team at Kelly Williams, Porker John's Barbecue and Pizza, AD Images, Gallagher's Pizza, Greg Young Automotive of Abrams, Maco's Floor Covering Center, Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, Myron Construction Building Excellence, Budget Blinds of Hardin Crivets, Town Light Pub and Grill, Amplify Health by Bell and Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics, Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, and Finance Frozen Custard in Town, and by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. It's 5-2, and the Fusion on the power play with 3:51 to play yet. We'll see when Gustafson might come out of net from the left. But first, it's a 5-on-4.
Ooh, the linesman's down. Up a little slow, but he's okay.
Puck in behind net. Faye Brunke giving chase, and she'll slap one away from the Fusion as they break left to right. Volgren, stretch pass up to Kivel. She'll bring it the right side. Addison Dahl takes it away from her. And Von Hayden trying to clear out of the zone, but Adams keeps it in. Adams throws one off of a defenseman's stick. Oh, I think if Brunke looks up, Von Hayden had a chance to go one-on-one with the goaltender, but instead flipped it down the length of the ice and tried to kill off more time. Hannah looking for a centering pass, taken away for the Fusion with the Lily middle. The junior play one up back to Volgren. Jane into the zone around a defenseman. Throws in a wrister. It's another power play goal. 5-3 with 3:01 to play.
Yeah, she went right around the defense person and lifted it right into the top shelf, put the biscuit in the basket.
Back-to-back power play goals with the Fusion, and it's back to a 2-goal lead. 3 minutes and 1 second remain in the third.
Yeah, the Ice Bears have got to stay out of the box. That's what's really been detrimental to them this period. They got to be smart. They can't continue to be reaching with the stick and playing about it. They're going to have to hit some good long passes and keep things rolling in their favor.
Center ice draw, won by Buchan. Volgren's just a junior, and I know who my pick would be for one of the, her and Penelope from Cap City.
Yes.
Two best forwards in the state. I don't know if you'd have much argument.
Oh, they are both pretty special young ladies.
Lily Lyons trying to go right to left, brings it across the blue line, right side wing, throws in a wrister, sticks clash, goes off the back wall. Faye Brunke picks it up, pass blindly from behind the goal line. It goes off of the stick of Gustafson. 2:25 to play here in the third period. It's a 2-goal game. Ice Bears from their own end. McDonald trying to play it out of the zone. Puck picked up, shot in on Spearing, missing wide to the near side. And Reese is looking right, puck's on her left. Ice Bears fortunately able to cross the goal line. 2 minutes to play in a 2-goal game. Shot in, missing wide on the far side post now. And here comes an empty net to our left. Gustafson is off. Dahl picks it up, plays it up to a teammate. Ice Bears trying to play it down ice. 6-on-5, we skate, 1:50 to play. Puck rolls in on Reese Spearing, and she's going to freeze the puck, and a faceoff comes to her left. 1:48 on the clock with a 5-3 lead for Bay Area.
That's not a bad play by Reese. You smother the puck, give yourself a chance to regroup. Now the Ice Bears have to be careful not to just start rifling the puck at the empty net because it's going to lead to a lot of icings when they miss.
Von Hayden to take the draw to the right of her goaltender. Face-off win by the Fusion. And Volgren's going to lose the puck. 2 Ice Bears on her. Try to take it away from her. Puck chipped up as far as Abby Momartz. Momart gets one to Memkin. Eliana throws in a wrister into the legs of Eleanor Adams. The defenseman gets back, and we stay at 5-3. Now the Fusion right side. Volgren trying to get around Ava McDonald. Centering pass across the crease, and it goes to the far side half boards. Von Hayden trying to clear
Clock's
it.
not running, Chris.
Only to the neutral ice area. Oh boy, that entire time the clock never ran. Now it's
there was
going.
Significant amount of time where the clock was not running.
And now it'll be an icing on the Ice Bears. And now the officials are going to go see how much time should have elapsed.
They just reset it down for it was 30 seconds, Chris. Went from 138 to 108.
The clock never did start.
Thought Coach Bucket was going to have an aneurysm. He was getting a little excited.
Second-year head coach with the Ice Bears, trying to go with another state championship, but there's still 68 ticks of the clock to play in a 2-goal Ice Bear lead. Again, the empty net to the left. Volgren, Jenna's got it on the half boards. Couple of Ice Bears take her away. Puck into the corner. 2 players in black sweaters trying to get to the puck. Near side, puck rolls in on Spearing, sent right for the ice. And the Ice Bears will get called for an icing again as Lily Lyons slides one down the frozen waters all the way. 51.7.
You almost got a goalie assist on that one, Chris. Reese touched it. Lily sent it the length of the ice. Lily's shot was about 10 feet wide right.
Face off to the left of Spearing again. 50 seconds of play. One time in front, redirected a goal. It's 5-4. The one-timer from Holdorf tipped between the legs of Spearing. 5-4 we play with, 47-4.
Boy, there was just nothing Reese could do on that when she came out to cut the angle down in the shot, and at about 15 feet out in front of her, it completely changed directions and slid way to her left and just caught inside the left post.
A beautiful setup. Again, Holdorf with the slapper, the senior from Baldwin Woodville. And the redirect right in front. And a couple of players, Volgren and Brunke, way too far inside the circle.
They were close enough, they could have taken the face off.
Under 50 seconds to play. So because of the faceoff at center ice, the goaltender Gustafson has to go back in. Now Lyons will send him back to the left. As soon as the Fusion have possession, and Adams will try to play it up ice, but Ava McDonald's going to pick it up, so Gustafson's got to stay in. Possession with Volgren. She'll send it to the corner. Gustafson comes off. 26 seconds left. Play continues on. Addison Dahl wants to flip one up. Looking for a stretch pass to Lily Lyons.
Big shot, Chris.
And it goes off of the boards. Lyons couldn't touch it.
That would have been a heck of a bank shot.
Now we see who stays out there for the Ice Bears. You're going to keep the captains. Your defensive unit is going to be Dahl and McDonald. You're not going to find any better player than those two defensively. Step through. Trying to throw it in front is Kivel. 12 seconds to play. Puck in the far side corner in the Ice Bears zone. Pushed up against the dasher. Dahl trying to kill time and pushes it up against the glass. 3 seconds. Clock continues to wind down. The puck's never going to come out. Ice Bears win it. Clock expires. Back-to-back state championships in favor of the Bay Area Ice Bears.
Boy, they sure made it interesting, Chris. Congratulations to the Ice Bears. What a great achievement.
They repeat, holding on 5-4 as Dahl and company able to hold it up against the glass and push it against the dasher in the corner.
Boy, they sure did an excellent job of killing off that last 15 seconds. They got the puck along the board. They moved it along enough that the official didn't have to blow the whistle dead, didn't have to call a delay of game or anything, and managed to hold on long enough to get the win. I don't think that's how Coach Buchan drew it up.
A 3-0 lead after one, and they hold on for dear life. From 5-1 to 5-4. But the Bay Area Ice Bears, they get the win. Now they will have a trophy presentation after the handshake line. So we'll step aside, take a break. We'll go through everything when we come back. As the Ice Bears, third time in 4 years and fourth time as a program, will be bringing Cornerstone their state championship. You're listening to Bay Area Ice Bear Hockey.
At Parker John's, we do barbecue the right way, from tender pulled pork to slow smoked brisket.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not in the mood for barbecue? our Stonefire pizzas are baked to perfection. Looking to wet your whistle? We've got great craft beers, signature cocktails, and loaded Bloody Marys. Parker John's is a family-friendly place to have a smoking good time. So whether you're here for all-you-can-eat nights or just a great meal, we're bringing the smoking good flavor 7 days a week. Come on down, we can't wait to have you.
Parker John's. This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Hungry? Check out this deal on the best pizza in Wisconsin.
I love this pizza.
And you'll love getting $5 off any Gallagher's Pizza order of 30 or more. And it's all you can eat at our lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations.
Greg Young of Abrams is your #1 dealership with a veteran staff in all departments. 10 years experience and counting is quality you can depend on. Greg Young is your top dealer in customer satisfaction and sales satisfaction year in and year out with a fully staffed service and collision center that will work on all makes and models with free estimates. And don't forget about the huge parts department. And we need cars. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy from us. So stop by and check us out or check out our inventory online at GregYoungAbrams.com.
Considering a room update or building your dream home and don't know where to begin? The design team at Maco's will guide you through the selection process and put your mind at ease. Solutions and styles to make you the envy of the neighborhood. Maco's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $20 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
5-4, your final, the Bay Area Ice Bears. State champions for the 4th time, 2014, 23, 25, and now in 2026.
We're going to have to make a couple of extra spots. I know De Pere will get the main trophy, or this trophy, and I know after talking to Dylan Manny, Bayport's athletic director last year, each school can purchase a state trophy if they so choose. Going to have to make some room in some trophy cases. The ladies are filling them up fast, so congratulations to them. Definitely made it interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. A fight by the Fusion that you saw them come through with Jane Volgren. You can see why she had 4 goals yesterday, all in succession. She had 2 of them tonight, and she's just a junior.
A young lady can really go. She's a heck of a player. She can skate fast. She puts her head down, and she's not afraid to do a little bumping and grinding. And she's got a whale of a sniper shot. She can pick the corners pretty well. Credit to the Ice Bears for holding on. They did what we didn't want them to do, and they took a few penalties that cost them a couple of power play goals, but Reese managed to hold on long enough to keep the game at a 5-2 or 5-4 victory, and Ice Bears are going to be bringing home some hardware.
Your state champions for the Bay Area Ice Bears from the team roster inside the WIAA book. Goalkeeper, number 1, freshman Audrey Trudell. Senior defenseman, number 2, Addison Dahl. A sophomore forward, number 7, Aisleen Buchan. Senior defenseman, number 8, Ava McDonald. A freshman forward, number 9, Eliana Memkin. A sophomore defenseman, number 11, Elizabeth Zunker. A sophomore forward, number 12, Malin Jewett. A junior forward, number 11, Abby Momartz. A freshman defenseman, number 14, Piper Losi. A sophomore defenseman, number 15, Maya Shepard. A junior forward, number 18, Madeline Engels. A junior forward, number 19, Lily Lyons. A senior defenseman, number 20, Gabrielle Watts. A junior forward, number 21, Bridget Welsing. A senior forward, number 22, Bailey Ronick. A sophomore forward, number 24, Jordan Clark. A senior forward, number 25, Hannah Von Hayden. A senior forward, number 28, Faye Brunke. A junior goaltender, number 30, Kaden Kitchenmaster. A junior goalkeeper, number 31, Reese Spearing. And a freshman forward, number 33, Eva Streckenbach. Head coach for the Ice Bears, Mike Buchan. In what is his second year at the helm for Bay Area. And the former Bayport boys coach, assisted by Jenna Christopherson, Shane Dixon, Tiana Stint, and Scott Jewett. And they are your 2026 WIAA Girls Ice Hockey State Champions.
Yeah, that was, you were reading off the girls' names, and there's a handful of them that we didn't call out during the game today. And, they're the third liners, they're the fourth liners, and they're not, just because they didn't get on the ice today does not mean that they aren't an important part of the team. It takes people like that when you're practicing to push your first and second string kids, your first line, your second line kids to make them work harder and make them play harder. And they're just as an important part of the team as the girls that were on the ice. So credit to them for putting the work in, playing hard, taking advantage of their opportunities when they do get to get on the ice.
Obviously, we mentioned a few players more than others, right? With Faye Brunke, she's going to finish her career scoring 86 goals. And 5 goals in the state tournament as a junior, 5 goals in the state tournament as a senior.
With a Hattie tonight. That's pretty good.
State finals hat trick. And I'm assuming there's a list in the back. Let's see if I can pull this up. Girls tournament record. Let's see, for individual. Most goals in a game. Number of players have scored a hat trick. Let's see, most points, shots on goal. Faye Brunke, most goals in a state tournament. She is one off the state record for the second consecutive year. There was a player in 2007, Michaela Hogan, had 6 in a state tournament. She had 5 now twice.
So that's 10, so that's better than 6, so she wins. Doesn't matter, it took her 2 years to do it. Congratulations to Faye. She's been a real joy to watch, a real pleasure to watch her play the game and skate. And, the young lady's got a bright future ahead of her.
Yeah, the seniors from the Bay Area Ice Bears. Addison Dahl is going to be playing hockey at the next level. Not sure if it's going to be St. Norbert or somewhere else. Ava McDonald will be playing hockey at St. Norbert, studying biology for a career in medicine. Gabby Watts, she's going to be attending Iowa. Biochemistry and molecular biology with a pre-med track, minor in Spanish.
Holy smokes.
Bailey Ronick, scholar athlete in the conference. She's going to be going to UW Stevens Point.
Hey, a pointer. You can never go wrong with a pointer.
Yeah, she is going to the best program in the state for wildlife ecology.
She sure is.
The last couple of seniors to St. Scholastica for softball and girls hockey. Hannah Von Hayden, she's going to be pre-physical therapy track. And then Faye Brunke, going to play hockey at the next level. She wants to study business and psychology. So the final medal handed out now to the Ice Bear players. And Coach Buchan will receive the team trophy. Calls out his three captains, Dahl, McDonald, and Brunke.
He looks kind of good holding that, Chris. His mama would be proud.
And he will hand it off to 2, 8, and 28. And the Ice Bears swarm the three captains.
That's quite an achievement. We can do it 2 years in a row.
Covered a lot of coaches. I love working with Coach Buchan for 12 years.
He's always a pleasure to talk to. He always takes time to discuss things with us and share with us. And he's one of those guys that's definitely a positive influence on the kids that he works with. Whether it's the boys team, whether it's the Storm, when he helps out when he can, or when he's with the Ice Bears and leading these young ladies to 2 gold medals year after year.
The team will take their picture on the ice. Michael, it's been fun this year.
Yeah,
we picked up a few Ice Bear games throughout the regular season because it's been a fun team to cover over the years, and we wanted to do a few more before they got to this point.
Yeah, because it looks kind of bad if the only time we cover them is when they get to state.
But it's been fun to see them go through. Obviously, some teams that they play are not quite what the Ice Bears have been, whether they poured on teams or not. But it's been fun. It'll be another group to come through, right? You got to bring in some freshmen, replace these seniors. It's going to be tough. Now going forward, you go back to back. The only team in state history to go three-peat would be the St. Croix Valley Fusion, back again in 2009, 10, and 11. That's what the Ice Bears are going to try to do next year.
No, and that's one of the beauties of high school athletics is you have to reload every year. You lose kids to graduation, kids that move on, hopefully to their next level, whatever they so choose to do. But yet you have to find a way to continue on without them. And there's going to be some big holes on this team, but looking at the roster, looking at the contributions they're getting from the young ladies that are on the roster, I think the Ice Bears is going to be a force to reckon with yet again next year. You're losing 3 top seniors, actually 4 top seniors. I forget about Von Hayden, but you're losing excellent hockey players. But then yet you've got a Lily Lyons coming back. You've got an Ainsley Buchan coming back. You got Reese Spearings coming back between the pipes. So I think Coach Buchan is just going to reload. I don't think he's going to rebuild. I think he's just going to pick up what he's got and go from there.
I appreciate your help throughout the entire hockey season as things draw to a close. For Michael Plummer, I'm Chris Learman. It is a final from Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena in Middleton. The Bay Area Ice Bears, the De Pere Co-op, the girls ice hockey co-op from the greater Green Bay area. They claim a state championship in 2026. They go back-to-back 3 out of 4 years. It's the 4th state championship in program history. And they are on top of the state for girls hockey once again. Again, for Michael, I'm Chris Learman. Have a wonderful evening, Howard Suamico, in the greater Green Bay area. You've been listening to Bay Area Ice Bear Hockey on NEW Sports Radio.